rocks footy.
It's what rugby league's all about.
Shut up, the footy's on Triple M.
And a very good evening and welcome to this Sunday night game right across the east coast of Australia through Triple M and the Listener app. We do it thanks to Ream Hot Water and also for McDonald's. My name is Anthony Maroon. This game is coming to you from Campbelltown in Sydney. Tigers aiming for 3 straight wins for the first time since 2018. I actually thought it was longer than that. Kevy Walters, welcome to the commentary team, old mate.
Oh, good afternoon, evening. How are we, Maroon? You good?
Absolutely.
For a Sunday?
Mate, I'm pumped. It's a Sunday night, and there's no one I'd rather be with but you and the great Ben Teo.
Well, you know what, Ben? Sit with me as well.
I'm excited to be back again. I thought we went well last week, guys. They give us another shot, so here we go.
1 week at a time, mate. We'll just take it 1 week at a time. We won't get ahead of ourselves. Guys, what do you think here? You got a tip for me that said the Tigers are aiming for 3 games in a row. But, look, the Warriors are a good side. Andrew Webster's obviously got ties to the Tigers as well, Kevy.
Yeah, he has. He did some coaching there I think he went to Penrith after the Tigers. So, yeah, he's got a bit of a history there. But I like the Tigers this afternoon. I think I got good confidence out of that win last week against the Dolphins. Come from behind. They were behind at half-time. They found the courage and the will to fight hard in that second half. And Api Coruscant come up with a couple of big moments in that game. And he's captaining the side again today. I expect him to be very prominent in the win for the Tigers. Warriors have been in good touch. They beat Manly last week. But, yeah, I just think the Tigers have got too much today and too much to play for.
Okay, yeah, both teams have played 3 and won 2. Benny Teo, who do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Tigers as well. I agree with Kevy. It was a hard task to come up to Redcliffe and beat the Dolphins, but just being here at Campbelltown, I know there's a real buzz around the Tigers at the moment. I reckon they're just flying with confidence, and only one change really with losing Jarrell Skelton off the wing to that hamstring injury. But Solomona Fatape, a strong, built low to the ground winger, he's going to do a job for them. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
Yeah, but Maroon, he's got blood in him. He's got Tigers blood in him.
Yeah, he does.
How many games for the Tigers, Ben?
30 maybe. 30. Yeah.
30 good ones, they tell me though. Hey, you going to do something, do it properly, Dan?
The rain is absolutely pouring down at Campbelltown, but it's a good turnout of people to see their Tigers win 3 games in a row for the first time in 7 seasons. So let's take a break. We'll come back and we should just about have kick off as Triple M rocks the footy.
An open flame whooshes to life, dialed down, simmering, the splat and sizzle of a juicy onion, pops of hot oil, the flames hiss and rise, and then the delicious, sweet searing of a steak. Each side to perfection. A barbecue, a season of everyday sounds waiting to be rediscovered. Whatever sounds you've lost, our hearing experts could help you find them again. To book a hearing appointment, search Specsavers Audiology. Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton, nothing can frighten a Triton.
Well, let's go down to the sideline. Big news for Bob Jane T-Mart. Michael Chamis.
Yeah, hey boys, unfortunately some bad news for the West Tigers. Centre Adam Dewey's picked up a groin injury in the warm-up, felt a slight twinge, and the Tigers have decided that he won't play in this game. He's been replaced by Jack Bird. He comes off the bench to start in the centres, and Latu Fine, who originally 18th man, he'll move into the bench with Tony Suka now replacing him as 18th man. But that's not what you wanted as a Tigers fan. Adam Dewey started the year really well. Obviously, had some issues in the past with injury. Hopefully, it's nothing serious for Adam Dewey when he's back in the next week or 2.
Well, Kevy, that's the first thing I think. When is this bloke going to get a decent run without any injuries?
Yeah, it's tough going for him, poor old Adam Dewey. But Jack Bird, a handy replacement. He's played a lot of centre. Actually won a premiership as a centre with the Sharks back in, was that 2014 or 15? 16 it was. 16 it was, yeah. So no stranger to the centre position. But that is a blow for the Tigers. He does their goal kicking as well, so we'll have to find a goal kicker now.
Okay, here we go. Of course, Kevy Walters and Ben Teo for Seabus Super. And here come the Warriors. An away game for them as the rain falls on the beautiful southwestern Sydney suburb of Campbelltown. Of course, they have been, moved around a little bit as far as we take a look at the lineup is concerned. Nickel Klubstar is the fullback. Tuapiki on one wing. The centres are now Leatoa and Pompey. Kosi comes back in jumper 23. Harris, Tavita, Metcalf, Fisher Harris and Mitch Barnett up front with Egan, and then Capel, Niakura and the former Gold Coast Titan Erin Clark playing in jumper number 13. Here's the home side, the West Tigers, led out by a very famous face, Jerome Luai. And you just heard from Michael Chammas about that late change. Adam Dewey will not play in this game. Buller, Taruva will play. Jack Bird will start. Star Tower is the other centre. Fa'atape 2 in jumper number 22. Galvin, Luai, May and Polly up front. Coruscant, Sam Fainu, Alex Seyfarth and Alex Twal. Both sides have won 2 of 3. Just again, Ben, you've taken the Tigers.
Yeah, I've taken the Tigers.
Kevin, you've taken the Tigers.
We're both on the Tigers.
All right, I'll tell you what, late minute change, just to make it interesting, boys.
Yeah, go on.
I'll go Warriors.
Okay.
I'll go Warriors. What about you on the sideline, Michael? Who do you like?
I'm going the Tigers, boys, setting up for a nice one against Brisbane next week.
Okay. And we're just about to get underway here. Good, as I say, it is a good turnout, all things considered. Weather in Sydney's been awful. I don't know where you're listening, but in Sydney it's just been pretty much raining all day. But the Warriors have it off the kickoff, nevertheless. And that's Mitch Barnett getting up to play it back. Egan is at dummy half. Then it goes across toward the centre of the park. And this will be Edward Kosey, who we haven't seen much of in 2025. Played then, it'll go across to Erin Clark. Clark is taken by Polo with the help of Fainu. They'll bring him down about 20 metres his own side of the halfway line. And then once again from dummy half back toward the centre, the great James Fisher Harris, big and strong. And he's taken just 9 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. So Egan says right side now. Clark almost at halfway. He'll get up and play it back. Right side now on the halfway line. There is the kick from Metcalf. It comes down and it's taken on the full by Buller in the in-goal area. Brings it back out, but the chase is very good. The chase is exceptional. And they pick him up and dump him, Kevy, back into the in-goal area.
They certainly do. Aggressive defence there from the Warriors. A great start to the game. They got over the halfway, put the ball in the air, and the chase team arrived. Look at Buller going backwards into the in-goal area. That's a great start for the Warriors. I might change my tip. I'm going for the Warriors.
Well, you should be allowed to change your tip inside the first 90 seconds.
There you go.
There's the drop out from the West Tigers. Short, 15 metres, batted back, and ends up in the hands of Sam Fainu. So the West Tigers have it, and everything is A-OK. Back to normal, 20 metres out. Kevy, do you want to change your tip again?
No, I'm staying on the Warriors.
Okay, Luai's
How long have I got?
And now Alex Twal. He's 21 metres out. We'll get up to play it back to Api Coruscant. And then back toward the centre it comes. Galvin gets it away to Seyfarth. Seyfarth is met by Pompey, and so too Harris Tavita. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, 2 minutes gone, and it's 0-0, and it's played to Coruscant. And then it's given to May. And May charges forward, and 1, 2, 3 of them stop him. 15 his own side of the halfway line, and old mate of his in James Fisher Harris. Now they're 9 metres their own side of halfway. One of their half a dozen home grounds, the West Tigers. Jerome Luai kicks from outside the 40, and it'll sit up just short of the try line for Chance Nickel Klookstar to bring it back. And after 2.5 minutes, it's 0-0 Bentio.
Yeah, it's a real grind back and forth at the moment, but what I'm loving from the Warriors is just their energy, just the way they kick the ball down just before they drag the Tigers player into the end goal. It was just the speed of them coming down, so I think they've definitely turned up here with the right attitude to combat this crowd and atmosphere.
Now it comes across to Capel, and he gets over the halfway line, brought down by Galvin. Played then to Egan, given to Erin Clark. Seyfarth brings him down, gets it away to Egan. Fisher Harris now to Metcalf. Right side he goes, tries to get around Luai, gets the pass out to his winger. Tuapiki steps inside 1, steps inside 2, and just shy of the Westpac red zone on tackle 5. As it's played then to Egan, given to Metcalf. Look for the kick from 25 out. Straight across the face of the uprights. Up goes Taruva. And Taruva the Groover takes it beautifully. It's 0-0 down on the sideline for our friends at Bob Jane. Here is Michael Chammas.
Yeah, that'll really impress Benji Marshall. The one thing about the West Tigers this year is their defence. They came into the round with the best defensive record in the competition. That's something you couldn't say about the West Tigers in previous years. So far, so good for the Tigers.
Now we've got Api Coruscant in at dummy half. Now it goes to Taruva. Triple M _ NRL. Jay Bandy says he's listening to us in the bath. Well, I don't think we need to know that. Bubble bath, mud bath, spa bath. We don't need to know about you in the bath, knucklehead. Here's Luai from inside the 40. This one's a high kick down the middle and taken on the full by Tuapiki. And he comes back toward the halfway line again. So Benny Teo, they're going to start the set just their own side of halfway.
Yeah, they're going to get an opportunity here to throw a little bit of shape. It'll be interesting if they try and set up on their right-hand side and come to their left to just have a crack at Jack Bird. Not too sure how many reps he's done in the centres in the off-season, so real opportunity here for the Warriors.
Now Metcalf is brought down by Coruscant. Tackle 3, the Warriors are on the attack. We approach 5 minutes, and it's 0-0. It's Egan, it's Fisher-Harris. Fisher-Harris straight and hard. Ricochets out of a tackle. Gets the pass then on to Pompey. Pompey straightens up inside the Westpac red zone. Gets around Buller! Reaches out and scores a beautiful Warriors try. The strength, Kevy.
Yes, the strength indeed. It's beautiful work from the Warriors. They set this position up with their defence. Their defence has been outstanding. Their line speed and their aggression. They've just marched their way down the field, got into the attacking position. It was the run here from Fisher-Harris, the bump, and then he offloaded the ball. And look at the footwork here from the big
Adam Pompey.
Adam Pompey it was, yes. Beautiful footwork, and they had the sense then not to reach out and score early. He timed it beautifully, didn't he, Ben?
Well, he's done a great job there. Yeah, he's named as a winger there. He's got the number 5 on his jersey. But obviously with the late changes, he's gone to left centre. And he just got that offload there. It was a wonky old pass from Fisher-Harris, but he made the most of it. He came big left foot step, and then just a big right arm palm right in the chest of Lockie Galvin, which was a poor attempt. 20 metres out for the line. Then he puts the big left foot on the fullback there with Buller and just reaches out while his legs are getting tackled and slams that ball down. That's an unbelievable individual effort there from Adam Pompey.
Adam Pompey scores. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, while you're backing your footy team, Beacon Trade's backing your business. If you need fans, they've got a big range. Downlights are sorted too. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. Luke Metcalf, the former Coffs Harbour Comet. Pertec kick predictor says 93%. Oh, it's nice and straight and strong. And right over. Warriors 6, West Tigers 0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Tradies, while you're backing your footy team, Beacon Trade's backing you. Fans, downlights and the largest range of lighting. Get what you need at beacontrade.com.au.
And let's go down to the sideline for Bob Jane, my man Michael Chamis.
I'm glad Kevy can change his tip. I'd like to change my comments a bit earlier about the Tigers' defence being the best in the competition over the first 3 weeks. That was pretty terrible from Fanua Pole, allowing them to stroll straight through. And then Jareem Buller, some of the best defensive fullbacks in our competition, pride themselves on trying to stop those tries, and unfortunately he wouldn't have been happy with that effort.
Yes.
Maroon, can I get that confirmed that my tip is actually the Warriors? That's confirmed?
Mate, I hope so, because it's too late to change now. We've locked that in. Egan's at dummy half. It goes across to Capel. Capel is smothered. That's better defence. Up in your face, May and Coruscant and Mr. Lebanon himself, Alex Twal. And then it's played to Egan. It goes right side, Aaron Clark. He gets it to Niokora, who's met by Jackie Bird. 20 metres his own side of the halfway line. And the West Tigers trail. By the way, is the first penalty of the game, and it goes to the Warriors. Benny Teo, this will give them another opportunity.
Well, that's just what the Warriors needed, isn't it? They've gone from a try, they've received the kickoff. There was some really hard, solid defence coming from the Tigers, getting up on the Warriors' players, but then just here, holding down too long on Niokora, and they just get a penalty on the 30-metre line now. Another opportunity to attack.
Well, this isn't the start West Tigers supporters wanted. As the Warriors go on the attack again, Fisher-Harris is pulled down by 12. As we approach the 8th minute of the game. Egan gets into dummy half to the centre. It's Aaron Clark. Then it goes to Barnett. Barnett straight and hard. Appy's got him by the legs and brings him down 29 metres out and centre of Campbelltown. Egan and then Clark. It goes to Metcalf. He gets it away to Niokora. They're in the Westpac red zone again. They're 11 metres out. Egan comes to the dummy half. Fisher-Harris. A little bit of an error in to play the ball. You just don't need that. Kevy on the back of points with tackles up your sleeve.
Yeah, it was a terrific run. He crashed the ball forward near Corey, and then he just came up with a play the ball error. Unfortunately, it could have gone either way. Got to his feet to play the ball, but then it was just a little bit messy enough for the referee to penalise him.
God, who'd be a coach when you can be a commentator, Kevy? I mean, if you're a coach, you're at home now, you're stressing out, everyone's stabbing you. But when you're a commentator, you're just having fun.
Well, I am having fun, I will give you that.
As Coruscant, and offside is James Fisher-Harris. Just a silly, stupid penalty.
Again, that's just frustration building in there. The Warriors had a great opportunity there, attacking and handing over the footy with a play the ball penalty, and then James Fisher-Harris, he's more experienced than that, giving away a yardage penalty.
And Toa gets his first touch. Luai now gets the pass, then on to Pole, who's brought down just inside Warriors end. 9 gone. Beacon Strait scoreboard. New Zealand Warriors lead 6-0. And then Coruscant to Galvin, 12. So this is the first real decent crack they've had at the opposition 20, as we see Seyfarth straighten up, go up the middle, and brought down by Fisher-Harris with the help of Capewell. But they're still a long way out, 35 metres out. Coruscant, and it went across to May. May got out of one tackle, comes across the field, looks to offload, does. Back to Pole, he straightens things up. But that's good Warriors defence. And they're still 28 metres out on tackle 3. The west side, it's Coruscant, and it's May, and then it's Twal, just inside the Westpac red zone. Are we about to be 6-all? That is tackle 4, and played to Coruscant. May has it. Right side is Luai. Got it to Galvin. Galvin gets the pass away to Taruva. Steps inside 1, gives it back to Galvin. Back inside the Westpac red zone, but he's going across field. Gets the pass then on to Sam Fainu, where they went 100 metres twice sideways. As they say, more ground than the early explorers. 12 metres out on the last play. Coruscant, Luai kicks for the in goal. It's weighted beautifully. And Harris Tavita Ben has to bat it over the dead ball line. Warriors 6-0.
It was a great finish to the set there. Jerome Luai taking over those kicking duties close to the line, putting in a nice little grubber there to get the repeat set. Metcalf having a knock it dead. Sorry, Tavita Harris. But I just like the way that the Tigers have just got, sometimes they fall into their structure with their attack, but as soon as they get a second phaser and offload, all rules are out the window, they just move it.
Here's a short drop out. Kosi got that before it went to 10. And, there's another grey area with that rule because, Ben, Edward Kosi touched that ball before it went 10.
Yeah.
Did he not?
I'm going to have to see a replay of that.
Okay, here's Alex 12, 5 metres out. Nevertheless, the result is the same. Tigers on the attack. Coruscant, and then Pole gets away from one. Sneaks through. Burrows his way over Kevy. 6-4, Tigers hit back.
Brilliant try again from the Tigers, and Pole showed his strength close to the line. That drop out, we'll have to have a look at that one again. I'm sitting on the fence with Ben, but the Tigers got possession in the end, and they just took the ball back to the middle of the field, and Pole just used his brute strength off Happy Carousel through the middle of this Warriors defence. He bumped off 1, 2, Capewell, 3 defenders, and scored the try, slammed it down over the try line. What a try from Pole. He was brilliant last week for the Tigers, and even better today.
Well, that's that experience there just around the ruck. Api Coruscant understanding he's got plenty of tackles up his sleeve, and just bringing the powerful Fanua Pole underneath. He just dropped them off, and it was James Fisher-Harris that missed a one-on-one tackle there, which is unlike him, a guy with his experience and talents, just to come up with a one-on-one miss. And Fanua Pole just busting over there as we see the rain coming down, and Jerome Luai very animated.
Yeah, Ben, he came into the intergrade, didn't he, as a 13 more than a front rower, but he's transitioned into that middle forward nicely. He's had 60 games now, and he's showing his class today. That was a really good middle try close to the line.
Now, Api Coruscant is 89% on the Pertec kick predictor. Pertec, drama resistant since 1980. And what a side they've got now, this West Tigers mob. Api and May, and of course the great Jerome Luai and Lockie Galvin. It's coming together piece by piece. And here comes Api. And that one's good. 6-all as Triple M rocks the footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton with best-in-class superior steering and handling, giving you the confidence to bravely take on the most rugged adventure. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
And down to the side. Sorry, go for your life, mate.
I spoke about the other end when the Warriors scored their first try. It was actually the defensive lapse of Fanua Pole that contributed to that try. He finally, he managed to get that back against Fisher Harris, who was the one who exposed him earlier in that half. So good for Fanua Pole for the confidence to get a try, get himself back into the contest.
Bob Jane T-Marts, buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback on Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo, Pirelli. BobJane.com.au, conditions apply. And the West Tigers and the Warriors are 6-all. And there's May, 15 metres out before he's brought down by James Fisher Harris and Niokora. Gets up to play it back. Coruscant is there at dummy half, and it goes to the centre, where the defence is very good from Capel. And I think that player is Fainu getting up to play it back. Yes, it is. Then Alex Twal. Big hit on Alex Twal. Brings him down. 25 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 3. Back to the centre. Here's the try scorer, Pola. He's dropped that. He's dropped that. 29 metres out. The Warriors have the ball. And we're constantly this weekend talking about a team's next set after points. And it really has been, across the board, a bad weekend for it. Here's Clark, Fisher Harris, right on the Westpac red zone. He'll get up and play it back to Egan again. 6 points all. Metcalf's got it. Metcalf goes right side. And it comes across now. Chance Nickel-Klukstar gets it on. Back it comes from Leotoa to Chance once again. Brought down in a good tackle by always there, Appy Coruscant. Played the Tuapiki, given to Metcalf. Now Mitch Barnett, straight and hard. And Alex Twal has got him 9 metres out on tackle 4 as the rain continues to fall at Campbelltown. Now it comes across for Chance Nickel-Klukstar, but the defence read it well. It's 9 metres out. Last play for the New Zealand Warriors. Egan, Harris Tavita kicks across the face of the uprights. Up they all go. Who comes down with it? Startoa. He gets back into the field of play, and then Bentio, they bring him down.
Yeah, he's done a great job there to catch that footy stuff for Toa and get out, but it's very interesting to see Ali Leotoa getting a lot of footy on the Warriors' right-hand side. As I said, getting at Jack Bird, they look like they really want to test him. So great opportunity for the young centre to get as many touches as he can, but the West Tigers here doing a great job to hang in.
And now this is Taruva, and he's about 21 his own side of the halfway line. Getting up to play it back to Coruscant, then it went to May, and May charged, turned, couldn't get the pass away, met by 3 of the big boppers from the New Zealand Warriors, and then at the play the ball, it's the last. Appy kicks out a dummy half, straight though into the arms of Tuapiki, and the winger's going to bring this one back before he's met by Mr. Lebanon, Alex Twal, and so too Jerome Luai. Played then at dummy half, it goes from Metcalf, it goes across to Chance Nickel-Klukstar. Twal, I thought, was offside. 16 gone, 6-all Wests and the Warriors on tackle 2. Metcalf again. Edward Kosi back inside to Harris Tavita. Over the halfway, couldn't get the pass away. Oh, gee, they look good tonight, boys, the Warriors. Played then to Egan, right side Aaron Clark, and he'll play at 15 metres inside Tiger territory on tackle 4. Then it's Egan again. He tricked them all. Went right side, got it to Chance Nickel-Klukstar, but it didn't amount to anything. Last play, says referee Wyatt Raymond. It comes across to the kick from Metcalf from 30 metres out. Standing under there, they take it on the full, and from 5 metres out, the West Tigers will play it. For Bob Jane, let's go to the sideline. Michael.
Yeah, this is the thing with the West Tigers over the last few years. They managed to win a couple of games. You get the confidence up with the crowd. You start to build nice crowds like it is here tonight in wet conditions, and they follow up disappointing performance. The signs, though, so far, they're in the fight, the West Tigers.
Yes, well, that's a good point. That's a good point you make, Michael. It is only round 4 after all. We can, as rugby league supporters, get carried away with our team, but not me, boys. The Mighty Bunnies 3 from 4. And one of them being the Premiers. I'm not getting ahead of myself. Here's 12. He's 20 metres his own side of halfway. 6-all. Coruscant is there. Back then to Galvin. Galvin's kick, this time from inside the 30. Bounces up and will be taken by Chance Nickel-Klukstar, who gets caught in the first Malachi crunch. 10 metres his own side of halfway. Then at dummy half, it'll go Pompey, and then Kosi, Triple M NRL as always, thanks to McDonald's. Hot honey has dropped at Macca's for a limited time only. Embrace the drip. Hot honey, McSpicy hot honey dipping sauce for your chicken McNuggets. Egan, Barnett, back to Egan, and to the right side now, Leatoa. But good defence from Fainu, and Terrell May brings them down with 18 minutes gone in this game. Then at dummy half it goes from Egan to Metcalf and then to Aaron Clark. Clark is straight and hard. He's 30 metres out. This is the last play though for the New Zealand Warriors. Right side or short side if you like. Metcalf kicks it and taken on the full by Jareem Buller in the field of play. Escapes one. He's gone through. That's a great kick return, Kevy.
Yeah, brilliant kick return from Buller. He caught the ball just a metre off his trial line. He managed to take it out well past the 20-metre line. Terrific run from the young fullback.
Okay, now Taruva Startoa. I'm just getting word that Daly Cherry Evans is doing a press conference, so we might relieve Michael Chammas and let him go and find out what that's about. I think that'd be a great idea. Carousel, then to Jerome Luai. That kick is from outside the 40 and doesn't go out anyway. It just stops. Picked up by Tuapiki, given a chance, Nickel Klukstar, but the two big bookends are there. Pole and Terrell May to bring him down 20 metres out from his own line. No change. Wests and the Warriors are 6 all. 19 gone on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. And
Maroon, this is a terrific contest between two teams that are in form. They bring winning form into this, and it's end-to-end stuff. Both of them quite physical as well through that middle and using the ball on the edges as well. It's a great contest at the moment.
Now this is Capewell. And the crowd is very vocal. Very, very vocal. Played to Egan. Given then back to Metcalf from inside the 40. That's a nice kick from Metcalf. Gee, that's a nice kick. Oh, he just gets stopped by Buller about 5 centimetres in from touch. And he gets caught and brought down by Niokora. So you've got to hand it to a crowd like Sunday night, and it's on Fox if you want to watch it, and they've turned out in the rain. So I think that's wonderful. Good signs for West Tigers supporters in Campbelltown. Coruscant, Galvin, and then Startoa. Because, of course, they are the team that has a different home game for every home game, home ground. They've got Leichhardt, they've got Campbelltown, and they've got Combank, and I think they've got Acor. Played to Coruscant, and then it went to Twal, who got it away to Luai and dropped one back inside to Sammy Fainu. 39 metres out on tackle 5, says referee Wyatt Raymond. Coruscant, Luai's kick is a monster, and taken on the full though by Edward Cosi, who'll play it 19 metres out, no change. Played then to Harris Tavita. So just repeating, at the moment, Daly Cherry Evans is doing a press conference. I've got one ear on this game and one ear on that. So as soon as we get anything, we'll speak to Michael Chammas. Now, Mitch Barnett gets a rest. Comes across now to Tuapiki. He ducks and weaves and he's brought down by Fainu, and he'll get up and play it back. That's Sam Fainu, by the way. Egan, Jack Ford, just inside Tiger territory. Played again, across to Metcalf, 41 metres out. That's a high kick from Luke Metcalf. Comes down. Oh, Taruva missed it, taken by Buller. It's play on, and it's West Tigers, Kevy, 20 out from their own line.
Yeah, it is. The ball hit the ground, missed all the players in the air, and they swooped on at the Tigers. But just on Jackson Ford, he had a huge game last week off the bench. Marooney, 15 runs for 128 metres and 33 tackles. A big impact off the bench for the Warriors.
Yeah, well, another great kid from the South Coast of New South Wales, Jackson Ford. We were talking about it yesterday. Here's Safar, 10 his own side of the halfway line. 22 minutes gone in the game now. Coruscant, May, Luai, left side with a long pass to Galvin. Galvin throws the dummy. Pompey's got him and brings him down 5 short of the halfway line. It's Leatoa, in fact. And he'll get up and play it back now to Coruscant. Got it away to Alex Twal. Over the halfway line goes Alex before he's brought down by Egan. And then plays it to Coruscant. Luai from 45 out. Up goes another high kick from Jerome. In comes Chance Nickel Klukstar and takes it beautifully.
we're just seeing identical sets going back and forth at the moment. We're in just a real grind of a game. It's getting dirty. 17 minutes to go in this first half, and they're just trucking it up with their outside backs. They're getting to their spots. They're putting up bombs, and they're trying to force errors. And at the moment, they're almost tackling each other to a standstill.
Jackson Ford.
Another good run from Jackson Ford, another 15 metres. Put that on the run meters.
There we go. And he's inspired Big James Fisher-Harris to...
He's run over safe.
Yeah. And you'd rather get hit by the 372 bus coming down Cleveland Street, let me tell you. Played to Clark, to Egan. Egan goes back to Harris Tavita from 40 out. It's just set for set. Buller will take it on the full 5 out from his own line. At @MM_NRL, I got one here for you, Ben Teo. The Box is listening in Ipswich, and he says, did you feel a little for your old club, the Dolphins, on Friday night?
Yeah, I did. I thought they were brave, and it was a great contest. But the fans really turned up in some horrific conditions.
Yeah, they sure did. A lot of rain in southeast Queensland. We're thinking about you guys. Penalty goes to the West Tigers. This will give them a chance to go downtown as the rain is torrential now in Campbelltown. As the West Tigers get a very relieving penalty. Penalty count is in fact 2-1 to the West Tigers. On the Choice Hotel stats, Choice Hotels, get more for your money so you can choice and check into more. Get the lowest price guaranteed. ChoiceHotels.com. Choice Hotels. Your call team: Anthony Maroon, Kevin Walters, Ben Teo and Michael Chammers. Bird taps at Luai now. It goes to May. Charges into Fisher-Harris and Niokora. And he's going to play it 30 metres out from the Warriors line on tackle 1. Then it goes to Coruscant. Galvin has it. Now straight to Polle. He's already scored 1 try and pulled up right on the Westpac red zone. 20 metres out and centre field on the second tackle. From dummy half, left side they go to Twal, to Luai. Dropping back under there is Fainu, Sam Fainu, met and pulled down by Clark. Can they be next to score here, Wests? They've come from 6-0 down to 6-all. It's Twal with a floating pass. Turns, gets it away to Fainu, offloads to Galvin. Galvin is sort of stuck in the middle of nowhere. Then Luai puts on a goose step. Comes back, tackle him for God's sake. Here's Galvin. Galvin is like Oztag. And he finally gets caught, loses the ball. And can you believe it? The Warriors have it 15 metres out. And then a crusher. Yeah, a crusher on the
back of the neck. Time off. I don't disagree.
But that's just a prime example there of when they had some shape and some structure. As soon as they went a couple of phases with some offloads, they just started running across field. Jerome Luai ran across. He gave it to Galvin. He gave it back to Luai. They sort of run out of opportunities and options. And then Lockie Galvin just pushed an offload that didn't need to happen, especially in these conditions. So sometimes that's when you play some of that free-flowing footy, you can run into a few dramas.
And on the back of that, a crusher tackle sees the Warriors now with great field position. 5 metres their own side of the halfway line as Vayamanga comes into the game. Egan, Clark. And he pops up again there. Jack Ford right on the halfway line. 14 minutes left in the first half. Egan again. Harris to Vita. They come to the left, Metcalf. And then Adam Pompey, the try scorer. This tackle, is it high? Is it a high tackle? A player held off the ball.
I think someone was taken out after they passed. And Seyfarth was possibly the man in trouble. So now we'll get the Warriors inside that 30-metre zone, attacking the Tigers' line. Good opportunity here for the Warriors.
Harris to Vida, Egan, Jackson Ford, 30 metres out. 6-all, Beacon Trade scoreboard. Warriors in possession, 30 out and centre field on tackle 1. He'll get up to play it back, dummy half. It'll go to Vayamanga, who, geez, a big boy, this guy. He's a big kid. He's 21 metres out on tackle 2. A dummy half, Egan again, Aaron Clark. Oh, the ball's come loose. Coruscant's got it, and Coruscant's away, and he's stopped by Vayamanga 30 metres out from his own line. Great run from Appy. Then straight through the middle they go with Buller. So they just turn defence into attack the west side. They are right up toward the halfway line. Bird can't get the pass away, and he's pulled down on tackle 2. He'll get up. Now we're looking at this tackle because Vayamanga seemed to have come down hard on Api Coruscant's head. That's what the booing was all about. But there was no punishment. It's play on. It's safe half now inside the 40-metre zone. And now the West Tigers go on the attack as the rain continues to fall. Playing it to Coruscant. It goes across to Hunt. Royce Hunt is out there. And so too is the other Fainu, Sione Fainu. 22 metres out from the Warriors line on tackle 3. Can they be next to score? Here is May inside the Westpac red zone. 14 metres out, needs a quick play the ball. Coruscant back to the centre. Galvin inside the 10. And he's pulled up about 4 metres out from the Warriors line. Last tackle, says referee Raymond. Wyatt Raymond. Coruscant to the left. It comes out to May. Back in field for Hunt. Hunt's going to reach out. They stop him. Vaiamunga stops him. Changeover. Still 6-all, Benny.
Yeah, great defence there from the Warriors, but they never really should have been down here. They had field position. They had a penalty. And Aaron Clark had the footy, was attacking the line, and somehow Api Coruscant stole the footy. So now the Warriors going to have to do it tough here and try and get out of their end as we see a few offloads.
Yeah, Tigers in Brizzy next week, as one of you said earlier, and I think the Warriors have the bye next weekend.
They do.
This is Pompey playing it then to Metcalf. Well, Metcalf has it now, in fact. Royce Hunt's got him. Sione Fainu as well. Tackle 4 for Egan. Got the pass away to welcome back Big Bunty Afoa. You can't miss Bunty. Last play, there's the kick from Harris to Vida. High and deep and coming down to Taruva, who takes it on the full in the slush and the mush. And it goes across from Buller. It ends up with Tape. 6-all on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Luai, then Buller.
Well, the Tigers on that occasion are really keeping the Warriors' defence honest on their kick chase. They strung 2 or 3 passes together, not far off their line, just making sure that the Warriors were getting down in numbers. It's good tactics there from the Tigers, keeping the Warriors honest in defence.
And Taruva was taken high there by Harris Tavita. Surely. Well, referee says play on. It's amazing what is let go versus what is pulled up. Here it is on the Harvey Norman replay. Taruva. Oh, well.
Oh, my gosh. He's milking that for sure. I mean, that didn't really go near his head. But what he did, though, as trying to milk the penalty, he's acted all unsteady on his feet. He should be off for the HIA right now.
Yes. Thank you, Ben. Expert comments from Seabus Super. May has it. 10 minutes left in the first half. And still it's 6-all. De Silva is out there. Luai kicks from the halfway line. Up she goes to Apiki, takes it on the full and gets it to Chance Nickel-Cookster. And he ricochets out of a tackle before getting caught by the West defence. To Apiki. Posey now up the middle of the field. Had a good weekend of rugby league. Manly, of course, beating Parramatta today. They're in a spot of bother at the moment. Parramatta and the Dolphins in a spot of bother. Good game this weekend. Rabbitohs Roosters, that'll be a highlight. And what about the Doggies on top of the comp? Undefeated. Bunty Afoa now to play it to Egan, and then it'll come across to Vaiamunga. He tries. He steps right through. Oh, he's a big boy. And it's taken half a dozen of them to stop him, but eventually they do. Keep an eye on him. Egan goes short side. Metcalf is going to be taken by Fainu, and that'll be changeover. Last tackle. So they just hand the ball back to the West Tigers. Kevy, do you think that was the play there?
I don't think that was the play there. Marine just going down the short side on last play. Luke Metcalf just dying with the footy. They had all the momentum with strong carries from Bunty Afoa and Dimitri Vaiamunga. But just to go down the short side and get tackled is just a real let-off.
Yeah, pass out a dummy half from De Silva, safe half forward. We have seen a lot of that this weekend too, but referee Wyatt Raymond pulls it up. Let's have a look at those completion rates. 15 of 19 Wests, 14 of 16 Warriors on the Choice Hotel stats.
And just on the stats there again, Maroon, both teams complete highly. The Warriors have the best completions in the competition up to round 4 at 83%, and which is in these conditions as well. That's great handling of the ball. Fantastic.
I'm still not sure why Taruva's still on the field.
Obviously.
Now this is played to Egan, and then it goes to Niokora, 20 metres out from his own try line. Played then to come across to Vayamana inside the Westpac red zone. This is the Warriors' chance to take the lead. 7 minutes and 45 seconds of the first half left. Sam Fainu has really got a limp on at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that as it comes to Jackson forward. And he's 6 metres out right in front of the posts on tackle 3. Right side, comes across to Bunty Afoa. Tackle count restarts. Big Bunty's only 3 metres out right in front of the posts. Egan, long pass, Metcalf, straightens up, gets it to Chance Nickel-Klubster, and Chance is pulled down. 4 in from touch and 4 out from the west try line on tackle 3. He will play it back. It's Leatoa who got it across then to Metcalf. Metcalf went to Bunty. Oh, big Bunty, head down and bum up. And pulled down 9 metres out from the West Tigers line, just to the right side of the upright. Jackson forward, Jackson forward, Jackson forward, still going, Jackson forward. And then brought down 1 metre out. Right in front of the post, the tackle count restarted again. That's only tackle 2. Egan, he goes on his own. I just had a feeling he might. But I think you'll find, boys, Kevy and Ben, that he's held up.
Yeah, it looks to me like there's too many Tigers defenders there.
The goal line, so he's onside. Confirm held up.
Yeah, I think he's been held up here, Ben. Would you agree?
I think he's been held up. There was 4 defenders underneath him, and he didn't get really low enough or enough leg drive. So it looks like he's going to be held up here. But, Samuel Afenu, he's on the left wing for the West Tigers, and he can hardly stand. He's just limping around. And the Warriors, they've just got to get the footy out there to get it to Taine Tuapiki and give him opportunity. They're going to have to get him off the field.
The ball is initially held up. We're just going to follow it through to completion.
Yeah. Harvey Norman replay. Having a look at the bunker. West Tigers Warriors is 6-all if you've just joined us. Wade Egan went over from dummy half, but we don't believe he's got the ball down. That's the call. That's the call from the experts.
Just reviewing all available camera angles.
That's what referee White Raymond said. Okay, now Michael Chamis is back on the sideline for Bob Jane.
Reviewing all available camera angles.
Yeah, boys, a couple of incidences then. Samuel Faini finally succumbed to that injury there. He's been replaced by Fanua Pole, and then the NRL doctor has ordered Sania Taruva to come from the field. The trainer went up to him to bring him from the field, and he absolutely blew up. I'm whispering because he's standing right next to him.
I love that, right? I love that. If you want to lay down and milk a penalty and act all unsteady, then you've got to go off and do a HIA. Now,
here's Niokora. Let me interrupt, Ben, because Niokora has split them open and scored quite a simple try after all that. One pass off the ruck. Niokora goes over, and Benzio, the Warriors, Kevy, Warriors take the lead.
Well, it just didn't take them long, did it? They got an opportunity there from the restart, and they just went nice and direct. And Murata Niokora, he's already showed today that he's very strong. He gets some strong runs over there. It looks like he's targeting Jerome Luai as he did earlier in the game. And he just came a little pop line there off the 9 of Wade Egan, and he was just too big, too strong. I love seeing a big back row like that just carry over a small halfback.
Well, it's a huge advantage, isn't it? It's a weight advantage close to the line, and if you can get a one-on-one, which he got with Luai, the good big man's always going to win that battle. Yeah, that close to the line. He couldn't get assistance, he couldn't get inside help, he couldn't get exterior help. He's identified, and that's clearly a set play there for the Warriors, and Niokora did beautifully well. His line was good. He just barged over the top and scored the try. There was a weight of possession as well, wasn't it? They defending their line, the Tigers, and the Warriors made them pay.
Warriors 10, Wests 6 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Pertec kick predictor 76% for Luke Metcalf, and he's about 20 in from touch. He shouldn't have too much drama with this.
You know who's worried about having a bit of drama with something is Taruva with that HIA test. He'll be worried about that.
Now, here is Fainu limping from the field. Let me go back to you on the sideline if you are there. I'll take a break and we'll come back, Michael.
It's Australia's favourite water heater. You know who we're talking about. Built tough for Aussie conditions and manufacturing right here in Australia for over 80 years. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Rheem.
Boys, I'm going to take you away from this game for just a moment. Some events unfolding out at Brookvale Oval. Now, Daly Cherry Evans spoke to Channel 9 after the game. He said there's been a smear campaign against him throughout this week. Now, he fronted the press conference with Anthony Seibold, was asked about it. He said things got ugly, things got nasty. He said he thought it would finish at the start of the week, but people started to take it against him. They asked him about the reception he received and the fact that he was actually not booed by the fans. He said that's a sign that people see right through what has been happening. I take that as a shot at Manly CEO Tony Mestrov. We'll talk about it a bit later as we go back to the game.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, we would like to talk more about that when we get the chance, I'm sure, Kevy.
Yes, no doubt we'll be all over it. There's news there every day, isn't there?
Yeah, love the drama.
Where's he going to finish up at?
Yeah, well, I think we all have our thoughts of where it might be if he stays in Sydney. There's Egan, and then it goes across to Chance Nickel Klukstar. Manly 26, Parramatta 12 earlier today, by the way, that game. Some wonderful tries in that. Jason Saab scored a magnificent try in the opening minutes. There's Buller taking a high ball from the kickoff. I nearly called him Charlie Saab then. Who remembers Charlie Saab, Kevin?
No,
You'd
I
remember.
played against Charlie Saab. He ran over me every time I played him. Big unit.
Yes, good evening to you, Charlie. If you're listening, I know you're floating around here somewhere. Warriors 12, Tigers 6. Fa'atape has it. And he'll be brought down by Niokora. Warriors 12, West 6 with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. So, Michael, whenever you want to talk more about DCE, mate, we'll take it. Wherever you see you've got an opportunity, you just let me know and I'll come back to you. So it comes back now to Galvin, and Galvin steps off the right and straightens up and goes through and gets a pass away to De Silva, who's just over the halfway line. Then it goes from Galvin, left side Luai. Now it would be nice for West if they could get over before half-time. To a peaky, flies up and is brought down by Fa'atape. Gets up to play it to Metcalf. It comes back in field to Chance Nickel Klukstar. In game 51 for Chance for the Warriors. Metcalf again, and then Kosi, and then it went right across to Pompey, and Pompey's got Capel outside him, standing out there on the wing, but he'll take the tackle 10 metres his own side of the halfway on tackle 3. A dummy half, Harris to Vita, and then Kosi. And Kosi's going to be, he flicks one out the back door to Egan. Egan then gets rid of it to Vayamanga, who finds Jackson Ford again. Jackson Ford, he's found something in the off-season. He'll get up and play it. 10 metres inside Tigers' end. Kick over the top from Harris to Vita. Taken on the full by Buller. And Buller's going to play it now.
He's been phenomenal, Buller, at the back tonight. They've put an arrangement of kicks to him, high bombs, little grubbers, and he's just cleaning up everything. Just with the speed he can get places in a heartbeat. But what I'm noticing about the Warriors is every time they get an offload in their set, that's when they make the most meters. That's when they come alive and they feel energy in their attack. The West Tigers, it looks like every time Lockie Galvin gets the footy and wants to dance across field, that's when the crowd gets on their feet.
But Ben, talk to me as a coach. I just watch this play as it comes out. Seyfarth's gone through. He's got support from Galvin. He won't need him. He gets it away to Startoa, and Startoa scores a beautiful West Tigers try. West, baby. They hit back, boys. 12-10, kick to come.
Well, what a nice line there from Alex Seyfarth. And we were just talking about the West Tigers and what brings them to life as we see pictures there of Stafford Toa going over. But as I said, it's this man here, Lockie Galvin. Just a nice little goose step coming across field and then playing a nice short ball to Alex Seyfarth, who made a 30-metre break. He had Lockie Galvin on the inside, Stafford Toa on the outside. He hit Stafford Toa for the try. But Chanel Harris-Tavita, he just got mesmerised by Lockie Galvin again. He's the man that can make things happen.
He certainly did. He made it happen there, Ben, didn't he? Beautiful little short pass. The way he held the ball in his hands out front, he mesmerised the defence, and the gap opened up to Seyfarth to pour through, and he had enough speed to break through the line and then find his outside man in Toa. Terrific work from the Tigers, right on half-time. They did this last week, Maroon. They did this to the Dolphins last week, right on half-time. And that will give them confidence going into the break.
Okay, thank you very much, Kevy, and thank you too to Ben T, our expert comments for Seabar Super. Beacon Trade. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, the fans, all the electrical. Join up at beacontrade.com.au. That's right, you join up, you tradies, big or small. Battlers or billionaires, all you tradies, Beacon Trade. Warriors 12, Wests 10, Pertec kick predictor, a nice round 50% for Talon De Silva right on the sideline. And Pertec kick predictor, 50%, 1 metre in from touch. I'll back him in here.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, I'm going to back him in. Rain, no rain. Here comes Talon. Moves in, coming the round. He's kicked it. And it's 12 all as Triple M rocks the footy. It's just about half time, so stay with me here because we won't get back to the halfway line. We might get no, I think it's all done for the first half. Ream Hot Water, built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, you ask your plumber to install a Ream. The new Hot Honey range is dropped at Macca's for a limited time, featuring the Hot Honey McCrispy, the Hot Honey McSpicy, Hot Honey dipping sauce for chicken McNuggets. Ready for game-changing flavour? Get to your Macca's. And over my way, that might be East Gardens, Maroubra Junction, all wonderful establishments. 12 all, 5 seconds left. So as I said, we're not really going to get any more footy out of this half as the kickoff is deep. It will be taken on the full. Oh, hang on. It's knocked on by Fa'atape. So we have to pack the scrum here, Keffy. Do we? No, it's half time. Okay, well, that was a relieving moment there for Fa'atape. Half time. And not only Macca's, but Ream Hot Water. Hot water needs replacing. Go for the one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream like we all do here at Triple M NRL. Your call team tonight is Kevy Walters, Ben Teo, Michael Chamis and Anthony Maroon. It's 12 all as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton, nothing can frighten a Triton.
Sydney's Triple M breakfast.
I know a woman and she was unable to wear sunglasses because she only had a tiny, tiny little nose, like a little petite, dainty little nose, and so she couldn't wear sunglasses because they would just slide off her face. So I'm no problem at all. Because of my nose, I can wear it like a car windshield.
Thanks to MJ the Musical. MJ the Musical is now thrilling audiences at Sydney's Lyric Theatre. Book today.
It's Triple M breakfast.
Weekdays from 6 on 104.9 Triple M.
Really like to
Okay, ladies, set menu or a la carte?
Yes, please.
Mandy hates having to choose.
You can't have both, madam.
Reminds me of my old home loan. Competitive rate or flexible features.
But by switching to Macquarie Bank, she got a home loan designed with good borrowers in mind, so she could enjoy a great rate with all the features she needs for a better banking experience.
Yeah, I can have my cake and eat it too.
Good borrowers deserve to get it all. So search Macquarie Home Loans or speak to your broker and say,
I bank with Macquarie.
Lending criteria, fees and T's apply.
At Bunnings Trade, you can load up on landscaping with our huge range of power garden tools. Grab a Makita 18-volt brushless turbo blower kit with 2 5-amp-hour batteries and charger. Huge value at just $548.98. Shop in store or online today. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
Win $1,000 for a paid day off. All thanks to Triple M and Solo by MYOB, the new admin app for sole operators, giving you time back and a chance to win a paid day off. Enter on the win page at triplem.com.au. Competition T's and C's apply.
Go Harvey Norman. Hisense 2024 TV run out on now. Race in for clearance prices across the range. Big screens, king screens, all screens on sale. Save $400 on Hisense 75-inch mini LED TV. Save over $1,400 plus get bonus local delivery and installation on Hisense 100-inch TV. Conditions apply. Shop in store. Shop online. If it's a Hisense 2024 model, it's got to go. Be quick. Limited time while stocks last. Hisense 2024 TV run out on now at Harvey Norman.
Get a $200 sign-up credit on your first home electricity bill. Find out how at energyaustralia.com.au. New South Wales and Vic only.
Right now, Sally's and Triple M are giving you the chance to win $10,000 cash. Jump on the win page at triplem.com.au. Tell us when or how Sally's has saved or could have saved the day on your job site and you're in the running. If it's Sally's, it works.
Knocking off early, are we? We know being on the tools since sunup ain't easy. At least you with Cbus. We work hard to provide strong, long-term returns for when you knock off for the last time. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Pass Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Well, welcome back. It's half-time. Triple M NRL rocks the footy. West Tigers and Warriors are 12 points all. Manly played Parramatta earlier today at Four Pines Park, Rookie, and Manly won that game. And I'm joined by Kevy Walters, Ben Teo. Michael, I just thought while we've got the opportunity, I'll come to you and we'll just get to the bottom of this Daly Cherry Evans press conference, if you've got a minute.
Yeah, of course. It was interesting. After the game, he was approached for comment from Channel 9 as part of the official broadcast partner for the game, and he made a comment about a smear campaign against him during the week. So we were interested to see if he would front up for the press conference as captain, which he did. He joined Anthony Seibold. Only really two topics discussed. One was Tom Trebojevich's immediate future, with Anthony Seibold admitting that he's going to be sent for scans, likely MCL, 5 to 6 weeks generally is the recovery. And then Daly was asked about those comments on Channel 9, and he said, well, things got nasty, things got ugly. He expected things to have been done and dusted early in the week, but some people wanted to carry on with it. He was asked specifically about what upset him. He said, well, there were some pretty hurtful things that were said, some things that weren't true. And he said the reception from the crowd, because they asked him whether or not he's worried about being booed, and he was. He said he was worried. He was a bit emotional when he started to hear that people were cheering for him. And for him, that was reassurance that the smear campaign against him was being seen through by the fans who have supported him for so long. And I think at one point, I don't know what Reedy asked. I overheard something about you're good at your job, Reedy, which we can't refute. He is good at his job, Reedy. I don't know what he was asking, but there was obviously some comments made there. But I think Daly's reading between the lines. He didn't name him, but that is a pretty pointed attack at Tony Mestrov, the CEO, who was surprisingly quoted today in the Daily Telegraph. I think he was on a rival radio station as well today. I think some things that were said around what Daly was expecting or wanted from Manly financially. There were some truths according to Daly Cherry Evans. And I think that he was pretty disappointed that this really became a circus this week about trying to save face rather than actually moving on. And he said he can understand that there's going to be speculation about his future. That is why he gave Manly plenty of notice, so that they can move on with their future, that speculation about him is only about him and not the club. So, look, I think he handled it pretty well, but if you're Manly CEO Tony Mestrov, you're probably sitting back thinking that was a pretty gallant attack against him, given what was unfolded over the last 48 to 72 hours.
Hey, Michael, question without notice. What is Tony Mestrov's, what is his relationship with the Pens, the board, the coach? Do you know much about that?
Yeah, look, I don't think there's any issue with Tony Mestrov or any sort of problem or that he's under any pressure to retain his job. I think that Scott Penn has come out this week and said he's happy with how the club handled the situation around Daly. This has become very much Manly against Daly, unfortunately. And I don't know if Daly feels as though people at the club have been misinformed. I know that Scott Penn said that they were shown all the documentation, but there are two sides to every story, and Daly feels as though there is one side being peddled to make themselves look good, so they don't look like they're responsible for losing arguably the greatest halfback they've ever had. So he's definitely the longest serving halfback they've ever had, and Queensland, Australia, he's done it all in the game. So it's a real shame that it's ending on this note. It's a really sour situation at Manly. I don't know how it plays out over the next few weeks to months, but there's no doubt the animosity between the club, administration and Daly Cherry Evans is there for everyone to see.
Okay. And in closing, though, there's no suggestion, is there, Michael, that he won't finish the season there?
No, none at all. Like, Daly would want to, he's told his teammates he wants to see out the year and win and leave with a comp. Now, I don't know how things will unfold, how Manly respond to Daly's comments. Does it get ugly in the background? Do they turn around and say, well, stuff you, Steves, I don't care about your premiership chances. We want this bloke out of our club. I don't think that's going to happen. As it stands right now, he'll see out the year and he'll be playing somewhere else or retiring in 2026. My money is that he'll play on.
Yeah.
And as you said, I think he'll be at the Sydney Roosters, but to say a deal is done, I think it's a bit premature.
Okay, half-time, West Tigers, Warriors are 12 points all. Your call team, Michael Chammas, Ben Teo, Kevy Walters, Anthony Maroon. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, second half will be underway as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Well, the sporty Mitsubishi Triton GLX-R, that's 56,490 drive away. It's got 2.4 litre bi-turbocharged power. It can tackle any load, 3.5 tonne towing capacity. It can tow confidently and safely, backed with Australia's first rock-solid 10-year warranty, 10 years cap price servicing, 4 years roadside assistance. It's a real game changer, the Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton. Conditions apply.
Sydney's Triple M breakfast.
1 in 4 people have left the house wearing this by accident. Straight away you think, oh, classic, leather mask with a ball in your mouth. We've all done that. No? Is it a gimp? Not a gimp mask.
Thanks to MJ the Musical. MJ the Musical is now thrilling audiences at Sydney's Lyric Theatre. Book today.
It's Triple M breakfast.
Weekdays from 6 on 104.9 Triple M.
How do you feel? I feel like a Tooheys. The game's on, the team's ready, and it's time for a Tooheys. Whether you're cheering on your team at the stadium or watching with mates at the pub, nothing beats the legendary refreshment of Tooheys. Proudly born right here in New South Wales, Tooheys is all about the spirit of bringing people together, whether you're celebrating an epic win or commiserating a crushing defeat. So next time you're at the pub or bottle shop, grab a Tooheys and raise a glass to the team that's bringing you together. Drink responsibly.
No boring stories.
How about that?
No blind shouting. No brainless spam.
Absolutely extraordinary.
Just the best sports coverage from Australia's biggest newsroom. Code Sports. No BS, just sport. Grab the app today.
When did food get so bloody fussy? Ingredients no one can pronounce. Blow torches. Liquid nitrogen. Foams. Drizzles. Demi-glazes. And when did dinner become a cooking show? Try Every Plate's deliciously simple meal kits instead. Affordable 4-step recipes prepared in as little as 15 minutes. And no molecular wizardry required. Every Plate. Get stuck in.
Okay, back in a sec, thanks.
Where are you going?
Mum.
Mum?
Yeah, just catching up with Mum.
Where?
The shed.
Your mum?
Yeah.
In the shed?
Yeah, Mum's in the shed.
Your mum's not in the shed?
Yeah, sure she is. Aren't you, Mum? Yeah, hi, son.
Need an excuse to get into a Best shed? Well, their 25% off sale is on now for a limited time. So hurry, get your Australian-made shed with 20 years manufacturer's warranty at bestsheds.com.au.
No shed like a best shed.
Hey you, if you're sitting in the back of a hybrid right now, but didn't order it through DD, I'm about to blow your mind. You could have gotten the same car and the same driver with the same radio, feeling the same silence because you didn't make the same small talk as the last passenger. You'd be sitting in the same traffic, ruminating in the same thoughts that kept you up last night. But here it comes, for a different price. It's the same, but DD. Check the app next time.
These are Sydney's best buys.
The job you love doing? Work. The boring admin you hate? Work. Do less work with Solo by MYOB, the new admin app for sole operators that handles expenses, invoicing and payments with a tap.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy. Halftime highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Fisher Harris straight and hard, ricochets out of a tackle, gets the pass then on to Pompey. Pompey straightens up inside the Westpac red zone, gets around Buller, reaches out and scores a beautiful Warriors try. Oh, the strength, Kevy.
And look at the footwork here from the big
Adam Pompey.
Adam Pompey at one death.
Tigers on the attack, Coruscant, and then Polle gets away from one. Oh, sneaks through, burrows his way over Kevy. Tigers hit back.
He bumped off 1-2, Capewell, 3 defenders and scored the try, slammed it down. This is a terrific contest between two teams that are in form, both of them quite physical as well through that middle and using the ball on the edges as well.
Viacora has split them open and scored quite a simple try. One pass off the ruck.
And he was just too big, too strong. I love seeing a big back row like that just carry over a small halfback.
Seyfarth's gone through. He's got support from Galvin. Oh, he won't need him. He gets it away to Startoa, and Startoa scores a beautiful West Tigers try. Oh, West, baby. They hit back, boys. Half-time, it's 12-all. And half-time highlights are thanks to Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. And if you've just turned on your radio or you've just jumped onto the Listener app, West's Tigers and the Warriors are 12 points all on a wet night in Sydney Town. Campbelltown, for those who don't know the region, wherever you might be listening, it's southwest of Sydney. It's probably about 50 k's in the car from the centre of Sydney, maybe a couple of k's more, straight up the M5. $50 in tolls probably. If you don't live in Sydney, Sydney is full of tollways and places where you have to pay for parking. So if you're anywhere out of Sydney and you're thinking about moving to Sydney, it's one of the greatest mistakes you could make. You've got tolls, you've got to pay for parking. It's a dead set. Ben Teo, you've lived in Sydney, am I right?
I have. Yeah. Had a few stints there.
I mean, I'm allowed to
nothing
say
like nothing like the eastern suburbs, though.
Ben's too tight, Maroon. He wouldn't be on the tolls, mate. He'd take the long way.
As you know, Maroon, once you move over to that east side, you never go out the west ever again.
You never cross the Anzac parade.
You never go again.
But, I mean, I'm allowed to have a crack because I'm paying those tolls. So,
yeah.
So you reckon, Kevy, that he would take the long way just to avoid the tolls?
He would go around
the airport loop.
Yeah. Just to save $2.
I tell you what, she's a bit more than $2, the old tolls.
Yeah. Well, this is back when Ben was playing years and years ago, mate.
And when you were playing, Kevin, you had to put the dollar coin in the man's hand.
There weren't toll booths at all. There was just, take the long road, son.
You had to get on the pump. Put your car on the pump. There's Fa'atape as we get underway for the second half. And 12 points all as the West Tigers are 15 metres out. Luai's dummy half this time. And goes across to the centre for Sione Fainu, who's now 21 metres out. Tackle 2, West Tigers. Remember, both these sides are 2 of 3 to start the season. So an important one for the West Tigers, considering it's a Brisbane Broncos away trip next week. And the Warriors, well, if they win, they can just kick back for 5 minutes because next week they got the bye.
That's a real advantage there if you're in the sheds, Andrew F. So you can talk to your team, Kevy, about, boys, give me everything in this half. I'll give you 4 days off.
Yeah. I'll give you everything, mate.
I'll give you all week off. Just win this half.
Estar Toa played to Seyfarth. Threw it back to Talon De Silva, who had to reach back and pluck it out of the sky. And the kick is down to Chance Nickel Cookstar, 20 metres out from his own line. Star Toa brings him down. And he'll get up and play it to Harris Tavita. Edward Posey now. Up toward halfway line for the New Zealand Warriors. And then played to Egan. Given it to Apiki, the little winger. So, Sunia Taruva has passed his injury assessment.
Ben Teo's clapping.
I would have loved for him to get a couple of questions wrong on that.
Egan goes to the centre and goes right through. Wade Egan needs support. Finds it in Harris Tavita. Back it goes to Metcalf. Straight through. Straight under the post, Kevy. Warriors hit back first.
Yeah, brilliant play from the Warriors. Around the ruck it was.
Wade Egan.
Excellent work together. Wade Egan, out of 9, just split the markers and got some great support through the middle. That's terrific work from the Warriors. And not the start. I was just going to say, the West Tigers, their first set wasn't their best set. And then Egan, out of dummy up, show and go, takes the metres through the middle. And like all good spine members, they're all 3 of them backing up through the middle. Metcalf got the spoils. It was terrific work from Egan. He's dynamite out of dummy half. Just a little show that sucked in the Tigers defenders, and then it opened up, and the spine took over from there, Ben.
Yeah, and it was Royce Hunt just coming out of the line. He looked to put on a big hit on Bunty Alfara, but he just took his eyes off Wade Egan there at hooker, who just a nice little show and go went through, and as Kevy said, then Harris Tavita, Metcalf backing up, and there's been a bit of a reshuffle now with Samuel Fainu going off. His brother, Sione Fainu, he's going to have to play for the rest of this half on the edge back row. There's going to be a lot of West Tigers forwards here. They're going to have to play some big minutes. But I said earlier in the half that if the Warriors can get back to some direct footy, they know they've got the week off. Coaches promised them 5 days off, I think, Kivy. I think that's what we heard.
Yeah, we said
it's the
that,
message from half-time. So go out and get it done, boys.
Here is Metcalf now from virtually right in front. Over it goes. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Warriors lead West 18-12 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Westpac's back, bringing the footy. From the excitement of the Westpac Red Zone to supporting female pathways, making a real difference in the women's game, helping to shape our NRLW stars of the future. Westpac, bringing the footy.
Yeah, two things Benji Marshall wanted from his team at half-time: completion with the ball and make sure you don't give him any easy meters through the middle of the field. And then Royce Hunt just rushes out of the line, doesn't have eyes for Wade Egan, doesn't even look at him, and the gaping hole opens up for the Warriors to score first points here in the second half.
Warriors 18, West 12. And Warriors bring it back now through Edward Kosey. 20 metres out, we'll play it to Egan, and then it comes to Bunty Afoa. Hunt's got him this time, Terrell May as well. 19 short of the halfway line. Out of dummy half, it comes back toward the centre where Jackson Ford gets away from Talon De Silva, and about 5 or 6 metres his own side of halfway on tackle 3. So Egan goes short and works around the ruck again. Then a lovely little flick pass away to Bunty Afoa, and Wade Egan really is, he's really taken it up a notch tonight. Wade Egan at dummy half gets it away to Charles Nickel-Cookstar, who's stopped by Sione Fainu. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. You can't frighten a Mitsubishi Triton. 18-12 Warriors. Back now for Metcalf from 35 out. There's the kick. Up she goes. Atape flies high and brings it down 9 metres out from his own line. So this is the point, Benny, I was going to make to you earlier on.
Yep.
Sometime, from a coach's point of view, we love, there's a lot of these really small framed fullbacks around at the moment, which we love. But the only issue is, we've seen it tonight, they can quite easily be picked up and carried back into the in-goal area.
Yeah, well, look, for the back five, especially the back three, there's so much running involved. So you need that nippy little speed. But again, they can be dominated at times, and that's where getting low with a really good body position is just pivotal. To make sure you're not dragged back too much, because every yard you drag back, that's another yard that your big forwards have to go. But I love myself a big fullback. If there's not many around, but if you can ever look back and see someone like G.I. bringing the ball back, you're happy days.
Now, that looks like Edward Kosey, who's down injured here, boys. So we'll just have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay. He brought the ball forward. He copped Jerome Luai's shoulder in his right cheekbone.
Yeah. So a report here, Luai.
Yeah.
That was direct, wasn't it? Shoulder on the cheek.
Yeah, that was, he didn't miss him. Edward Kosey cops Jerome Luai's shoulder on the Harvey Norman replay. Let's have a listen to what the referee might have to say to Jerome Luai about that situation. Here we go.
On report.
It's on report, okay. Well, I guess we would have assumed that. Jerome Luai on report. 5 minutes into the second half. Warriors get a penalty and look to go back-to-back as far as tries are concerned. They lead the game 18 points to 12 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Tapped by Pompey, given to Metcalf, Jackson Ford. Taken down by Terrell May, 11 metres inside West's part of the field. And played again to Egan. What's happened here? We've got time off. We've got a HIA, White Raymond says.
That's no tackles for the ruck, 6 more, but we've got a HIA.
Edward Kosey.
Okay, yeah. Edward Kosey, yeah.
You worked him back over.
Yeah, Edward's going to go for an HIA.
It's up to them, mate.
And he really did cop the full brunt of the shoulder of Jerome Luai. We might not see Edward Kosey again tonight. Kevy, what are your thoughts?
No, I think he seems okay. Jogging off with the trainer.
Still got to pass the test, though.
Got to pass the test, yeah, but I think he'll be back, but I'm not a doctor at the moment. I'm just a...
At the moment, you're not a doctor.
At the moment. Well, he's in training. He's going to do a few
At
surgeries.
the moment. Well,
later
you never know down the track, do you?
I will definitely come to your practice to see you.
Dr. Kevy Walters.
Yeah.
I am plays to Egan. And left side it comes across now for Jackson Ford, who will play it 15 metres out. and 20 in from touch. Here they come, the Warriors on tackle 3. And big Bunty Afoa straight into Talon de Silva. He's about 3 metres out from the west line on tackle 4. Egan flips it back. Jackson Ford again, away from one. Jackson Ford is caught up by Royce Hunt and brought down 5 metres out. 5th tackle. Egan is your dummy half. To the right, awful pass, picked up by Metcalf. Sent across to Tuapiki, and that is a terrible last play option. Tackle count restarts. Hang on. Nickel Kluksta, Niakura, inside the 10, inside the 5 now. Inside the Westpac red zone for the Warriors, looking to skip 2 tries ahead. Egan again, then to Metcalf, via Munga, Harris to Vita. And then it went across to Halasima, who's going to be brought down about 2 metres out from the Tigers line. At the play the ball, Egan got it away to Bunty. Surely he scores, Bunty. Oh, wonderful online defence from the West Tigers to hold him up.
Oh, that's unbelievable stuff out of him up there.
How Bunty didn't get this down, boys, I'll never know.
Yeah, he got low, but it was just Terrell May.
Terrell May underneath him here, grabbing the ball and pinning it.
Oh, what a great job he's done.
They can blame the groundsman for that one, Ben. If the grass was a bit longer, he would have scored.
Always remains off the ground, and the Bunty Afoa is held up in goals. We have a decision.
We need to be better. Don't go early.
This won't be a try. This will be play on. Take it back to the 10 metres and play it. Warriors 18, West 12. Terrell May holds Bunty Afoa up about 3 centimetres up from the try line as it comes across to Jackson Ford. And he'll play it now, tackle 5. This is great defence, West. I hope I haven't put the mock on this. Last play of the set. What do? Egan looks left and right. Left he goes. Metcalf has it. He floats one out to his winger, but it doesn't find its target and sails over the sideline. So a couple of sets where they didn't get a lot of things right, fellas.
They got 2 opportunities though. They got to the 5th play and got a 6 again for the West Tigers, Ben, offside. And this time you would say, Metcalf threw the ball over the sideline on last play. It's a poor finish, but they still get, to put the West Tigers in a bad field position. They got a little bit of a break, so I think it's not the worst option for the Warriors.
Yeah, and just I think the conditions too, Ben, as the Tigers get a penalty, Jack Bird fighting in the tackle, and he gets a reward with a penalty. Trying to go round them, the Warriors. The last drive they scored was straight through the middle.
Yeah.
And these conditions don't allow for long passes and trying to get around teams. It's more back on the inside, drop off, use your short passing game.
So, West Tigers get a relieving penalty. Rain's dropped off just a little on the sideline, Michael Chamis.
Yeah, it has. My umbrella hasn't got a workout for the last 10 minutes, which is great to know. The first half was disaster. But one thing about, the Tigers and the way they're playing at the moment, if you look at Terrell May in the middle, played 9 minutes. Given the reshuffle with Samuel Fainu, going to have to play big minutes again, and that effort, given he's played 49 straight minutes, great try saver from Terrell May.
Yeah, indeed. 15 metres inside Warriors end. That's Michael Chamis on the sideline for Bob Jane. As it comes across now to Galvin, who got it away to Seyfarth, and Seyfarth's about 25 metres out. 9 gone second half. Warriors still lead the game 18-12. Coruscant gets the pass away to Polle. Inside the Westpac red zone. Bunty's got him, and so too has Halasima. And he'll play it about 11 metres out from the Warriors' try line on the last play. Coruscant. Now they'll come left. Luai, Galvin kicks. He kicks. Fa'atape gets there first. And claiming the try for Atape, was the grounding okay? Is the question I would ask. Was the grounding okay, boys?
I think it was. Yeah,
grounding's fine.
I think it was, but what a nice kick there. And as we see, Latu Fainu come on the field. He's playing the first receiver role at the moment and really directing their play around, getting them nice and square. And then it's just a nice play here. You've got Luai to that man, Lockie Galvin, with a kick for Fa'atape, and the Warriors just can't clean up that kick. But again, all the tries are just coming, everything off Galvin.
Yeah, terrific play from the youngster. He found Tuapiki in off his wing, just in too far and up with the rest of his Warriors players, which enabled the space in behind. And Fa'atape, he went well to score it as well. The dead ball line was coming, but he managed to get it down. The big number 22, and he salutes the crowd. Brilliant work.
18-16 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. And yeah, the put down was good as gold. No dramas whatsoever. Try has been awarded. And thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton, by turbocharged power, workhorse grunt, incredible off-road performance, and best-in-class superior steering and handling, you can't frighten a Mitsubishi Triton. 10-year warranty, 10 years cap price servicing. Appy's only kicked the 1 goal tonight. He was successful with it. So Warriors 18, West 16. And, well, we're inside the final half hour of the game, 29 minutes to go. And
Maroon, just while you're lining up that kick, he's lining up that good story there for Fayatape. He went to Sydney as a training trial at the Tigers. He's got 2 kids, a wife. He left them in Brisbane, I think, or somewhere. And he's cracked it in the big time. So well done, young fella. Enjoy that try. Enjoy your time as a professional rugby league player.
Nice story. Warriors 18, West 16. Pertec kick predictor. 54% from the sideline. Appy Coruscant. 5 in from touch, moves in. This one's swimming around, swinging around, straightens up. As the rain falls again, it's Warriors West 18 all on the sideline for Bob Jane. Michael Chamis.
One thing I noticed in that play, boys, it went from the hands of Latu Fainu to Jerome Luai to Lockie Galvin. Now, the West Tigers, that's their future, trying to make a game plan that has the 3 of them involved. Latu Fainu was meant to be 18th man. The late injury in the warm-up to Adam Dewey opened the door for him to come into the game, and that's going to be something they have to work on because Latu Fainu is too good to be in reserve grade. It's up to Benji Marshall to find a way to use the 3 of them together.
Okay, thank you, Michael Chamis. 18 all, West and the Warriors, and there's the kickoff from the Warriors. Fa'atape slides in and takes it beautifully, 20 metres out. And we'll get up and play it back to Coruscant, and then it goes back toward the centre for Sione Fainu, who's met and brought down by Halasima. Can you believe it's 18 all this game? Gets up and plays it back. Coruscant then goes Galvin. Galvin goes to Star Toa. And they do well to bring him down. 19 his own side, a halfway on tackle 3. Played to Coruscant again. Now to Ruva. Back from the HIA. And stopped 9 short of the halfway line. But the local crowd just getting feral at the moment. They're all wet and they love their West Tigers and they're singing and screaming and chanting. And some of them had a skinful, and good luck to them. It comes across to Luai, and straight up the middle goes Pole. He evades one. He can't get away from Halasima, and he and Bunty Afoa bring him down 35 metres out. Now to the left. Terrell May charged onto that. Bunty's got him and tips him up. Can they go back-to-back here, West Tigers? 21 metres out, just off centre of the field. Played to Coruscant, given then to Galvin, right side. That looked forward to me. I looked forward, that little pass to Fainu. Inside the Westpac red zone, bringing the footy. Coruscant, Latu Fainu, what a boil over. He's gone right through and scored right under the post, fellas. What about that on the back of what Michael Chamis was saying?
Yeah, and off the back of that, we spoke about how he's the future, but also how he's come on the field. He was a late inclusion to the side, coming on the interchange side, and I was probably wondering, where are they going to get him on the field? At the moment, they've just plonked him in the middle of the field, said just get out there, run the footy, play your block plays, get us going nice and straight, and he's a real star. We've seen this kid come through the age groups of New South Wales under-19 from a talented family of footballers, and tonight he gets his opportunity to make his mark on the side. Obviously his brother going off injured, him getting a lot more minutes, and what a play there. And that was flimsy defence there from the Warriors, just too many wide spaces close to the try line.
It was Bunty Afoa in the first position from marker, and he was just too wide, which allowed the space for the Tigers to run through. I love the halves when they run the ball, Ben.
Yeah.
And his first instinct close to the line was to run there. It was a brilliant try. Well done. And that's got the Tigers in front now. Can I change my tip again?
Nah. Well, you never know, mate.
Didn't you?
The way this guy locked you in. You've got to be locked in by 90 seconds, Kevy.
Okay, mate.
Now, this is Appy Pertec kick predictor, 100% right in front of the posts. The kid Latu Fainu, and Michael Chamis, the genius, was just rapping in. And as if he'd seen the tape, as if he'd seen the video before. Now, Coruscant is just to the right-hand side of the upright. And Warriors were up 18-12. Now they're down 24-18 to the sideline. Let's go to you, Michael.
Well, this is the thing with Latu Fainu. I know that Jerome Luai's got a massive rap on him, and there's no way he's dethroning Lockie Galvin at this point. There was talk about when Lockie Galvin starts to develop into his body, does he become a 13, a ball-playing 13? Where does Latu fit? I don't know if you guys are the coaches on the panel, but there's got to be a game plan where he plays more minutes than he has previously, because they look so dangerous with him touching that ball at first receiver.
He looks a lot bigger than he has in previous years. It looks like he's put on a lot of size, so maybe Latu Fainu's the guy who can go in the middle as he is tonight and add a little bit of that ball playing. It's really opened up the West Tigers attack, and looks like this team is feeding off him. He's obviously a popular member of the side because everyone just loved celebrating that try with him.
24-18, West Tigers over the Warriors on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. 25 and a half to go. Coruscant. And then it goes to Fainu once again. There's that many Fainus out there. It's like going back to the Mortimer brothers at Canterbury. Here's Taruva. He goes straight up. Oh, the Burgess brothers at Souths. And he'll get up and play it now. Taruva to Coruscant at dummy half and goes to the right side and kicked through by Appy from inside the 40. But I don't know that it was a 40-20. Maybe it was a millimetre short. Maybe it was
short.
Yeah, a bit short.
He's short, but good tactics from the Tigers, and particularly Coruscant. He was instrumental last week against the Dolphins, just injected himself into the game in the right moments, and that's about a metre short of the 40-20 line, but good tactics.
So go Harvey Norman, Hisense 2024 TV run out on now. Big screens, big king screens, all screens on sale. Harvey Norman Hisense 2024 TV run out. The best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman on Hisense. They bring us the replays and the captain's challenge. Now the Warriors are back in possession of the ball. They've only had 40% of it in the last 10 minutes. Egan, then back to the centre. Mitch Barnett's made a terrible error. He's just dropped that. It's been kicked through. It's a knock-on.
He's offside anyway. Jerome's offside from the kick through. Knock-on.
So it'll be knock-on. Warriors. It'll be West Tigers here. Kevy back in the box too.
Yeah, they'll get the ball back here and from a scrum. So let's see what shape they pull here. Benji Marshall, their coach, loved the old scrum play. So surely Jerome Luai and Galvin can come up with a play here. The scrum will be packed midfield. Great opportunity.
What about the momentum shift at the moment? You can just feel the energy of the crowd and the players, just the way they celebrated that era there from Mitch Barnett. That just if the West can score in the next few sets, all right, they're going to run away with this.
Now the Tigers back in possession with 24 to go. They lead by 6. Coruscant, right side Galvin, and into the line he goes. Barnett brings him down with the help of, I think it was Jackson Ford. And now they'll get a Fisher Harris. In fact, they get up and play it back. A dummy half, it goes to Latu Fainu, and then it goes to May. And May is at the Westpac red zone in reverse and pulled down 19 metres out. Centre field, can they go over again here, West? Coruscant, short side, gets the pass back to Sione Fainu, tries to straighten up and brought down 11 metres out. It's Pole, in fact. Coruscant to Terrell May, right on the try line. I think he's dropped it, or he's claiming a try. I think it's a try. It's a try. Wyatt Raymond points to the spot somehow. Kevin Terrell May got that ball down. It's a try.
Yes. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Ben Teo called it. He said if they can get another try here, the gates could open, the floods would come in, but it was straight through the middle. Nice and direct football from the Tigers. And Coruscant again, it is involved in everything good about the Tigers. Just held up the markers enough for Terrell May to stream onto the ball. Does he get it? No, he's lost it.
Oh,
he's a fibber.
Well, the ref gave it. He was right there.
I thought he did drop it, but I got caught up in all the emotion.
He got caught up in the hype.
I got caught up in it all.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Loses possession of the ball and knocks it on in the in goal. We have a decision.
So, he's a good bluffer. He got us.
It's still one converted try. Down to you on the sideline, Michael Chammas.
You should have seen the bench. They were going up like they won the grand final. I think you're right, boys. If that was a try, this could have opened up. And the Tigers in the back of the momentum, the crowd getting into it. I haven't been at a Tigers game like this for a long time, where the crowd just so invested because they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, boys. This is a football team that's starting to develop out here.
Well, remembering they haven't won 3 in a row since 2018. Barnett has it, and they're going for 3 in a row tonight. Barnett is Teddy's own side of the halfway line. Both sides 2 from 3 so far this season. Egan, Chance, Nickel, Klubstar. But still anybody's game. Anybody's game. Bird's got hold of Nickel Klubstar. He'll play it back to Egan once again. Then Metcalf finds a bit of space around the ruck and will play it 10 metres inside West Tigers territory. Comes back across to Harris to Vida. A mighty big kick in the rain. It comes down. They let it bounce. It bounces up for Capel. Capel kicks it again, but it was a mad woman's breakfast. It was a shocking kick. And the West Tigers have it 20 out from their own line. Back in field now to Taruva, and Taruva's going to be stopped, but it's West Tigers back in possession. Still a long way to go in this game as they play at 20 their own side of the halfway line. With Appy, dummy half, Terrell May, and it's just I've been watching this YouTube, what do you call it, like a YouTube thing that Terrell May does every week. And it's I'm interested to see how he trains and what he eats and all that. And but geez, he can eat.
He's an interesting cat, isn't he?
Oh, you know, he eats enough for 3 people. But he plays this like gangster.
Well, he is 3
rap.
people. How big is he?
He's a monster.
He's a giant.
You know what, Kevy? It's the old saying: he'd eat a shit sandwich, only he doesn't like bread. But I make the point. I just can't listen to that rap music. It's just terrible.
Terrible.
God, they're making it up as they go along. Here's Egan, Barnett, and stopped by Latu Fainu. That tackle was somewhat illegal. And now Aaron Clark's blowing up.
We have it. We got it.
So's Fisher Harris. Taruva's facing off with Fisher Harris. I wouldn't do that. Let's have a look here.
Dangerous contact on the leg.
We call that back in the day, we call that a grass cut. That's when you just get really low and just dive below the knees and you just take them out, and it is very dangerous.
Yeah. So he's tackled below, like in the shin area.
Yeah, but he's used no arms, so he's just gone on with his shoulder and he's just gone low. And usually there's a spectacular flip in the air for the runner, but very dangerous. It's safe for more park footy.
Latu Fainu.
3rd grade, 4th grade stuff. That's where we like to see it.
So Warriors on the attack. And this is Barnett. Tackle. So you use the expression grass cutting. I thought that was when you're a young man and you try to steal someone's lady. Here's Halasima inside the Westpac red zone. I thought that was cutting someone's grass.
That's only at Maroubra. That one. Hey, the old grass cutters over there.
And we've got Halasima and Terrell May. Oh, talking trash, pushing and shoving. And Halasima says, I don't like your podcast, I don't like your YouTube, and I don't like your rap dancing music either. Come apart. Let's have a listen to referee Wyatt Raymond.
Bring him out here.
Getting a bit heated.
Lecker.
Halasima is coming forward.
This James is at the cost. Out here. Listen, I actioned that ruck for him not letting go. If you go down the path of taking it out of my hands, you'll potentially risk it or you'll be sitting on the sideline. That's twice now in short period we've come together. It stops now. Appy, Terrell.
So Appy now and Terrell May come up to speak to referee.
I actually 6 more because you don't let go and then it turns into that. That's twice in a short period of time that we've decided to come together in a game that's been moving and been flowing. All right? Stops now. Use the time to talk to your team. The penalty's against you.
Now the penalty's going to go to the Warriors here. It's just a simple... Ben, what would you call that?
Well, just both guys are holding each other's jerseys, just pushing and shoving. Nothing crazy, but I hope it heats up right now.
Now Aaron Clark, 3 metres out, right in front of the post. 24-18, West lead the Warriors. Egan, a dummy half. And to the left side, it's Metcalf, and dropping one back to a Capel. Capel's going to be caught by Seyfarth. They're 2 metres out, and they only need a converted try to even things up again. There's a beer can in the try line, I notice. Here's Erin Clark. Metcalf now taken beautifully and brought down by Jerome Luai. 10 metres out and right in front of the sticks. Tackle count restarts for the Warriors. Egan comes right side. Fisher Harris is dropped down by his old mate Jerome Luai. 5 out. Now, which way do they go here? The Warriors back toward the centre. It's Erin Clark away from one Erin, away from two, and then flipped over and put on his back. Right in front of the post, just underneath the crossbar. Egan again, left side Metcalf, straightens a little. Harris Tavita goes out to Kosi. He slipped on his own 2 feet. And in the end, the Big Bopper did well to stay in the field of play for tackle 4. Harris Tavita back for Metcalf. Now it goes to Barnett. Westpac red zone again, 12 metres out on the last. As they get up and play it back, it comes to Clark. It goes to Metcalf. Will he kick? No. Chance Nickel Klukster. Out it comes to Tuapiki. The winger sends the pass back inside. It's loose. Chance Nickel Klukster gets there. Kevy, I think that's a try.
I think it's a try as well. Brilliant work from the Warriors. Running the ball on last play.
No try.
Oh no, we've got it wrong again.
Just review that he's not offside in the middle and then through to grounding, Matty.
Well, it's a great shift there from the Warriors. It's last play, they go from the left-hand side of the field to the right. Tuapiki's getting tackled in the touch by Fatape.
Back inside.
He's thrown the ball back.
Is Nickel Klokstad onside?
Yeah.
It looks like they're checking the grounding.
Yeah.
Well, he throws it inside. There's a foot from a Warriors player. And now it's just making sure that Klokstad was onside. But no, he was off. He's offside.
There we go. By the Warriors player. Chance Nickel Klokstad is offside and within 10 metres. He did not be put onside by the kicker going in front of him. We have a decision.
It's phenomenal defence from the West Tigers. They're just the way that they're hanging on there.
Yeah.
The Warriors had no way through.
And conditions not allowing crisp passing and ball movement. They need to change their tactics, the Warriors. They need to go through the Tigers, not around them.
So here it is on the Harvey Norman replay. So Tuapiki just throws it as sort of a speculative pass back inside. It's kicked into the in goal. Charles Nickel Klokstad did ground it, but he was offside. So no try. Tapped by Bird, give it to Api Coruscant. West 24, Warriors 18. 18 minutes left on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard by Turbocharged Power. 10-year warranty and 10 years cap price servicing. And remember, of course, at Macca's, they got the hot honey. Hot honey is dropped at Macca's for limited time only. Embrace the drip. Ready for a game changer. Head into game-changing flavour at Macca's. And Ream Hot Water. Since Triple M started its NRL coverage 12 odd years ago, Ream Hot Water has been with us every step of the way. When your hot water needs replacing, install a Ream.
How many 3-1s have you got from Ream over the years?
Oh, I've only had every time I've moved, I've got they've upgraded me. So I've had 2, which they'll last me. They go and go, Kevy, as you know. There's Nickel Klokstad, who'll play it 15 metres out and gets up and plays it back to Pompey, and Pompey throws a little dummy and finds some space up the middle and makes good yards to Adam Pompey, and they're 20 their own side of the halfway line. They don't need to panic. There's plenty of time left on the clock as Kosi brings it forward. And the West Tigers fans are claiming there was a forward pass out of the ruck, which it's been the weekend for that, really. Now here's Erin Clark once again, steaming onto it. Flicks one out the back, picked up by Egan, given to Fisher Harris. Fisher Harris goes toward the halfway, shouldered down into his old teammate Jerome Luai, and he's going to play it right on the halfway line for tackle 4. Egan again, chance Nickel Klukstad. It went to Barnett. Barnett's dropped it.
What a tackle from Jerome Luai there.
And again, we've got the West Tigers fans just rushing in to high-five each other. And down to the sideline, Michael, you get the feeling they're going to get this one home.
Jerome Luai was brought to this team for his attack, but those last 2 plays defensively, he's taken on Fisher Harris. He's rubbed his face in the ground. He's got aggressive with him. Then he's backed it up and run across and knocked the ball out of his hand to get the error and give the Tigers the opportunity to potentially wrap this up with 15 to go. Great play, Jerome Luai.
So, speak of the devil, he feeds the scrum. Coruscant's got it. Galvin has it. Star Toa. Scored a great try in the closing stages of the first half. Coruscant to dummy half to the centre of the field. It is for Polle once again. Big Fanua Polle is met by Barnett. Anybody's game at 24-18, 15 to go. West's with it. And straight up the middle goes Terrell May. And he's just inside Warriors territory on tackle 3. Then Coruscant. And then Latu Fainu. Galvin has it. Galvin's going to change his direction. Gets away from Fisher Harris. Throws a pass across to Sione Fainu. Fainu straightens up, and then Fisher Harris has got hold of him like he wants to make love to him. And he'll get up and play at 15 metres inside Warriors territory. Now it's Galvin down injured in the back play. Comes across to Star Toa, goes inside the 30, the Star. Gets it back to Luai. Luai thinks about kicking it, and in fact does, but I don't know that anybody else was awake to it. It's going to sit up beautifully in the end goal. Tuapiki is caught. Boys, that might be a triple MVP. That might get him the player of the game, Jerome Luai.
Yeah, and that was a great kick, but a great chase there from Fatape as he came down there and just chased down Tuapiki, which we see in the background. Lockie Galvin is down after copping a huge hit there. I think it was from Halasima. But just Nickel Cox started, Tuapiki just really dawdling back there to get that kick. And the West Tigers just have too much energy for them.
And the dropout is 15 metres on the full, taken by Buller. Buller's away from 1, away from 2. They're only 3 metres out, the West Tigers, 14 to go. Toa at dummy half, then to Taruva. Taruva's pulled down 5 metres out. They could really go a long way to wrapping this up here with a try and a goal, the Western Tigers. It goes across now to Fainu, back in field to May. May's going across field, gets away from Halasima, pops one back to Latu Fainu. Keep an eye on him, Warriors. And he gets caught up in the old Malachi crunch, 6 metres out from the Warriors line on tackle 3. Then Coruscant. Then it goes to Polle. Now it's tackle 3, in fact. And they're only a couple of metres out. Benji Marshall standing on the sideline. Coruscant to the right, and then to Buller. Buller steps inside one and scores a lovely try. And that might just be the ball game there, boys, 28-18.
Well, that's going to kick the lead line here for the obstruction.
There's an advantage taken.
He's gone up with no try.
Yeah, because it just looked like as Buller came off his right foot, you just got to check this line here from Stafford Toa. Does he drift on the out? He does. He takes out Chanel Harris-Tavita, and that's why there's so much
outside
space.
shoulder of Chanel Harris-Tavita. This creates a gap which Dream Buller runs through. We have a decision.
Yeah, the right decision.
Geez, the crowd and the staff of the West Tigers, they're just riding every moment, aren't they? We see images of Benji Marshall just screaming after every play.
It certainly is, Ben. Well, they haven't won 4 in a row, have they? Since 2018 or something. So it's a big moment for the club.
Boys, West 24, Warriors 18. That was no try to Jareem Buller. Down to the sideline, Michael.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Lockie Galvin. You guys touched on it then. He's defending on the wing at the moment. He's been clutching at the back. Jerome Luai went up to him, just tried to get him to get himself right, get himself composed. He keeps now, as I'm looking at the moment, gesturing towards the sideline.
And on the sideline, Bob Jane T-Marts. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. Buy 3, get 1 free on Bridgestone Yokohama Kumo. Up to $150 catch back on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. They won't be beaten. Best tyre price guarantee. 13.26.25 at Bob Jane. Metcalf, Halasima. Warriors are back inside the 20. 18 metres out on the last play of the set. And Egan goes to Harris-Tavita. The kick is in the in-goal area. And Galvin has to set this one over the dead ball line.
Well, Galvin's back has been fixed very quickly. But he's not showing up there.
Captain's challenge from the Tigers. The on-field ruling is dead off them. They believe he was pushed into the ball.
All right. So the West Tigers are saying they were pushed into the ball and then took the ball dead.
I think they got a case here. It's a left foot kick here from Tavita Harris.
Is onside.
Kirk Capewell.
Buller chases it into the in-goal.
Kirk Capewell pushes Lockie Galvin into the ball. The challenge by the Tigers is successful.
That's a very smart challenge, Ben.
It is.
From Coruscant, the captain. Capewell would like his time again, that's for sure.
explaining that one, Capel just pushes Galvin into the ball, and Galvin then sends the ball torpedoing into the crowd. As a result of that, they challenge and they get a penalty for pushing.
Yeah. It was unnecessary, wasn't it? He was going to bat the ball dead anyway, so...
Penalty 7-5 to the West Tigers.
There's scoreboard pressure there for the Warriors. That's why Capewell reacted the way he did.
Coruscant and May. And Sunday night in Campbelltown. What a turnout. I honestly didn't expect anything like this. I'll get Michael to see if they someone there can give him a read on this, what sort of crowd this is. It's Coruscant, and then it went across to Latu Fainu. Galvin got to Jareem Buller. Buller broke free, but Harris Tavita hung on and brings him down just inside Warriors territory on tackle 4. Galvin and Latu Fainu, and Latu is brought down on tackle 5 and played to Coruscant. Galvin kicks it from 30 metres out. The pressure is on, up they go, and Edward Kosi comes down with the ball about 15 metres out from his own line. And boys, you talk about scoreboard pressure, but as a coach, would you not be suggesting to your side, well, there's no pressure on you yet, boys, it's 11 minutes to go?
Well, there's every moment in the game, particularly when you're down by 6 points, and it does play with your brain. And we're sitting up in the coach's box. We're trying to get messages down to the players to stay calm, but
nobody stays calm. Here's Halasima. Down the sideline goes Halasima. By geez, he can move for a big fella. Inside the 30, away from Buller. Away from Buller.
Go!
Halasima!
Go under the post!
What about the try from Halasima?
He didn't go under the post. What was he thinking?
He's got no energy left then. He's run 60 metres down the right touchline.
Oh my God. That's one of the better tries I've seen this year. Just a nice play there, wasn't it? Just off a dummy half run. Ali Leotawa comes down the short side with Tuapiki. And there he goes. Halasima beats one. Beats Bull on the inside. Beats Jack Bird. There's no one around. Take it under the post, son. But he kisses to the crowd and scores a try.
Well, I think he was shushing to the West crowd there before he put the ball down, but nice work from the Warriors. Tuapiki did the 3-on-2 job, and he sent his big man away down the sideline. Stepped inside Buller. That's great work. And then stepped inside Jack Bird coming across in cover as well. And then he puts the finger up for the big...
They've got to get this kick.
Well, they do. Let's put pressure on Metcalf, who's going to kick this one.
Remember the name Leka Halasima. He has just scored one of the great individual tries of 2025. He is as big as a Mitsubishi Triton, and he took off like one. And no one could get near the big fella.
Oh, this kick is just huge. You saw Stacey Jones there just in the box, blowing up that he didn't take it under the post. So a lot of pressure here on Metcalf to make this.
There he is now, 15 metres in from touch. And 24-22 now. Metcalf hits it beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Straight and strong. It's 24-all on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Mike Chamis.
The disappointing thing for the Tigers there is when they made that break, Buller was there obviously in cover defence, but when they came back in field, there was no Tigers defenders. The big men were too tired to get back there. In the end, I think it was Seyfarth maybe got close enough to try and keep him away from the post. But there was enough time there. They slowed him down enough to get back there and make that cover defence, unfortunately, for Benji Marshall's men. 24-all, 8.5 on the clock.
This is heating up. This is what we want for the last game of the week.
Indeed. We got a good one here, boys. We jagged a good one.
Outstanding.
24-all, 8 minutes and 43 seconds left on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. You can't frighten a Triton. And
you can see Benji Marshall's beard just getting greyer and greyer as this game goes on.
But again, boys, what have we talked about all weekend? That set after points.
Yeah.
And here are the Warriors, 25 metres out, played back to Barnett. Barnett's hit by Coruscant, brought down by Alex Twoll is out there, 20 metres his own side of the halfway line. And now Erin Clark takes the ball forward, brought down by Latu Fainu. Once again, they work it through Fisher Harris up over halfway. When does the field goal come into someone's thinking. Egan got a no-look pass away to Chance Nickel Gluckster. They're 15 metres inside West's area on the last play of the set. Well, Chance is trying to get a penalty here, I think. Chance is suggesting he was hit high, Ben.
Well, from here it did look like he was hit high. They'll have to have a look at the replay. But I think it's safe path there. I don't think there's much in it. Yeah, it's shoulder on chin. It is high contact. It's not vicious.
Well, it's just unfortunate that his head is at the height where Bath was, but you can't put your shoulder into someone's...
Yeah.
He's on report.
And they're going to take the 2.
Well, big turning point here. 7 minutes and 53 to go. Alex Seyfarth on report and penalised. And Warriors will now have a crack at 2 points from a penalty goal. And it looks like it's right in front and about 40 metres out. So as long as he's got the distance here, Kevin.
Yeah, well, it's a big kick though, isn't it? Like 40 metres, plus with the height.
Yeah.
What's the maths on that, Ben?
Well, yeah, he's going to be a bit, I don't know, he's going to be quite nervous here. There's a lot of pressure, 7 minutes in this game. And sometimes, when you're 40 out, I know myself as a prolific goal kicker that sometimes you're so worried about how far it's going to go is the accuracy.
Well, yeah, and how often do we see kicks? I mean, we see lots of goal kickers practice kicks from the sideline and in front, but not do they practice them. And I know they do, 40 metres out, virtually directly in front.
So I'll back him in. I'll back him in too. 24 all, West and the Warriors. A chance for the Warriors to go ahead. A penalty goal, 40 out and right in front. Lukey Metcalf, the boy from Coffs Harbour. Taking forever, moves in straight. Strong.
He's got it.
No problem at all. Warriors strike back. They take the lead, 26-24. Down to the sideline for Bob Jane Michael.
Look, I might be getting swept up in the emotion here at Tiger Town, but honestly, Chance is a lot shorter than Alex Seyfarth, and he's running to the shoulder. Seyfarth's hands down by his side. It's a real harsh penalty, and potentially lose the game on that. It's going to be a bitter pill for the Tigers to swallow, but 6 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock, boys.
Yep. They've got a long way to go in this one. Thank you, Michael. Expert comments tonight. Seabus Super, Kevy Walters, Ben Teo, Michael Chamis. Barnett brings it back. Mr. Lebanon, Alex 12's got him. 15 metres out is where he's going to play it. Warriors 26, West 24. Egan again. Now Fisher-Harris. And Fisher-Harris into Terrell May. And there's a big old Penrith Panthers reunion out there. A big old bear hug. You got Appy in there. You got Fisher-Harris. You got Terrell May. Egan. Aaron Clark runs into Bird. Runs into Sione Fainu. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left. The winner goes away with 3 from 4 to start the season. And remembering Warriors got the week off next week. Good run out of dummy half from Chance.
Great.
And they looked very tired around the ruck there, West Tigers. Last play of the set, Egan says, I'll give it a Lukey Metcalf, who kicks it from 40 metres out. Down she goes. Atape gets under it and takes it beautifully. And we'll play it 9 metres out with Luai. Luai has a little run out of dummy half himself, but he gets nowhere because he's brought down. He, in fact, lost a couple of metres. He'll get up and play it back. Galvin then to Ruva. This is a good defensive set from the Warriors.
Now the energy's with the Warriors. Look at them. The Tigers can't even get out of their own 20.
Now they are right on the 20, but it's tackle 4. Coruscant to dummy half. Appy goes out. That's a good run from Appy. How often does he catch him napping? Then Startoa. 11 their own side of the halfway line. They need the big kick to finish this set. Coruscant again. Terrell May got it away to Galvin. Oh, he floats one behind Fa'atape. Fa'atape goes back, gets it across then to Jack Bird, and Bird's taking the tackle. Changeover.
Lockie Galvin running it on last with the big rainbow pass on the left-hand side. 6 minutes to go. I don't know if he's gone too early on that one, Kevy.
Yeah,
he didn't need to go there.
He had to get the kick away and build pressure with your defence. Force an error from the Warriors. He's turned over possession now inside their half.
Now, 26-24, Warriors lead West Tigers. Leka Halasima is the name you want to remember coming out of tonight. A 70-metre try from the big man. will get up and play it. Egan again, Aaron Clark, and then to James Fisher-Harris. 26-24. Played then to short side Harris to Vida. Oh, looked like he was going to cut him open. They're looking tired now. Wests are looking very tired. 4 minutes left on the clock. Egan is a dummy half. Goes on his own no. Gets it away to Metcalf. Aaron Clark. Chance Nickel-Klukster. Gets the pass away. Leatoa. And then out to Tuapiki. And he steps inside. Maybe he just needed to head out to the wing. Maybe he just had to keep going the way he was. Then the ball goes across now for the kick from Metcalf on the last play. Batted back. Capewell offloads. Kosi. Fisher-Harris. Still tackle 5. Flicks it back to Aaron Clark. Goose step. Left side. Aaron Clark. Oh, and they bring him down.
Oh, not a bad place to hand it over. This is an exciting game of footy. Oh, my. The Tigers have to go 100 metres in 3 minutes. They've got to get something going there. Warriors just can't afford to give away a penalty.
Taruva plays it to Galvin. Galvin then gets a pass away to Buller. 26-24, tackle 2, 3 minutes to go. Coruscant at dummy half, Toa. Jerome, Luai puts a nice kick in.
Kick.
Fa'atape's chasing. Fa'atape kicks again. And he kicked it over the sideline. Why did he kick it?
He doesn't know. What a play from Jerome Luai. 10 metres off his own line on play 2. Kicking behind for Fa'atape. There was no one there. He got to the 40-metre line, 50-metre line. He just needed a dive on it, and they would have got possession, field position, everything. And he tried to kick it and booted it. I think he booted it into the Tigers bench.
Well,
you're right, champ.
He kicked it left-footed as well, which I'm not sure if he is a left-footer, but it was a horrible kick.
Oh dear, Warriors 26, West Tigers 24. 2.5 minutes left. That might be it. They will get the ball back again, but you know what? It'll be down inside their own 20. Played to Egan. Barnett now. Warriors have stolen this game, it would seem. 26 points to 24. And if you're working away somewhere doing shift work, when you get a chance to look at this game, look at the play from Leka Halasima that evened the game up. Here's Aaron Clark, brought down by Alex Twal. 25 out, centre field, tackle 4. Aaron Clark taking an eternity to get up and play it back. Metcalf drops one back inside the near Cora. Inside the Westpac red zone, tackle 5 and 1 minute and 48 seconds to go. What are they going to do with this kick? Metcalf and Chance, and they say, why don't we just hand the ball over, Kevy, 10 metres out from the Tigers' line?
Yeah, great tactics. They're going to go 19 metres now. The Tigers, this will be their last set. 1 minute 32 on the clock.
Oh, if anyone can do it, though, it's the Tigers there. Anyone can go.
Have a look for Luai. Where's Luai? He'll get the ball.
Where's Galvin?
There's 90 seconds left in the game. And here's a good little run here from Pole. Got it back to Luai. Oh, he's floated one out. Risky pass taken by Galvin. Little bit of space now. Galvin comes back into the traffic and brought down by Egan. 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the game. Plays it back to Coruscant once again. It went to Terrell May. Right side, Jareem Buller. Toa didn't look like he was ready.
They missed the jump there.
Tackle 3. And they'll go that right side again. Galvin might kick, he will. Taruva chases it. Takes it on the full. Taruva. And he's taken beautifully by Chance Nickel-Klukster. The play of the day. I'm calling that the play of the day. And then Taruva plays it to nobody. No. Harris Tavita was there to pick it up. And that, my friends, will be the ball game.
Can you believe it?
Two sides that are just going to be so much better in 2025. But the Warriors, I think, are going to go away with the Chockies with this one. Have a couple of days off, enjoy the bye, and come back having won 3 wins of 4 to start season 2025. And that means we're going to start seeing those wild crowds in Auckland again, which we love, as Adam Pompey takes the tackle. And that's tackle 4. This might be the clock here. He gets up to play it back. And there's the siren sounding in the background. The Warriors have hung on to beat the West Tigers 26-24. Well, it wasn't a high-quality game all the way through, but it was in the last 15 minutes. Warriors 26, West Tigers 24. A game that it was... Look, as a lot of people come to watch it, it was heavily supported. A lot of people spoke about the game through the week. And in the end, it did not disappoint. Well, it did for the poor old West Tigers supporters, but I think, Kevy, what we've seen once again here again from the West Tigers supporters, they have genuinely turned the Queen Mary around. They've turned the corners, haven't they, the West Tigers?
Well, they certainly have, and tonight they had their opportunities to win the game. They thought late in the game they could hang on, but a penalty goal from Luke Metcalf from 40 metres out in front of the uprights was the deciding factor here in this brilliant game of rugby league. I thought that given the conditions, both teams handled that well. It was end-to-end stuff with high completions, strong defence from both sides. So what a game of footy.
Yeah. I'm going to go off the back of that. I mean, credit to these players for putting on a great spectacle there in this conditions. And then I just keep thinking back to that break down the sideline from Halasima and beating those two defenders, beating Buller, beating Jack Bird, just to get them back even again. That was such a big play in this game. The West Tigers, that man up in Coruscant just looks devastated, and he had a big bearing on this game and getting them in front.
Okay, down to the sideline, Michael Chamis is with Alex Twal.
Yeah, Alex, disappointing. You're in that game for a large chunk of it. To sort of throw it away a little bit at the end there, you must be pretty disappointed.
Yeah, pretty disappointed, mate. 24 points, 26 points, especially. The way we started the season with that defence, mate, it's a bit disappointing, but especially here at home. But 6 days turnaround now.
What about the last 10 minutes? What would you do differently had that period again? Because you seemed like you're in control heading into those crucial periods of the game.
Yeah, look, I think we just have to fall back into our process, man. Our defence has been sort of the cornerstone of our season so far, and I think we sort of let it slip there at the end there. But look, we've just got to look at the review and just hope bounce back next week.
I know you didn't get the result, but overall the performances over the first month of the season, you must be pleased. The boys are saying it feels like you've turned a corner. Things are starting to change here at the Tigers.
Yeah, look, definitely we're on the upward trajectory, but I think for us today, disappointing at home, man. To be honest, yeah.
All right, well, commiserations and back up next week against the Broncos.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, Alex. Nice of Alex Paul to give us his time after unfortunately losing tonight. Warriors 26, Tigers 24 was the full-time score for Ream Hot Water and McDonald's. We're just waiting for Michael to try and chase down another interview. We've got to do our Triple MVP too. Maybe it could even be someone from the losing team tonight. CPAP Direct, get expert advice and unbeatable prices at CPAP Direct. Visit us in store at cpap.com.au. Benny and Kevy, I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about which way you want to go there. But the rain has finally stopped falling in Campbelltown, and wonderful victory for the Warriors. Tigers, a big road trip next week. Who wants to go to Brisbane and play the Broncos on what will be, Kevy, a short turnaround?
It will be a short turnaround, and as we say this, I see Ben Teo taking some notes on the Tigers. He's got to play them next Saturday night, I think, at Suncorp Stadium. So they were impressive, the Tigers. They're a different football side this year. They've recruited really well in the off-season. They've got some winners into the club, particularly Jerome Luai. I just particularly like the way he controlled things out there today. Look, the end result here today was a little bit unlucky, for the Tigers, a penalty goal in it. We said through the call room, didn't we, about completing your sets after you score points, and that was what happened. They got to the last tackle and they got a penalty, and then they kicked the goal to win. So terrific win from the Warriors. They've travelled over here. Their away form last year wasn't very good, the Warriors, and they've fixed it up this year. That's their first away trip, apart from going over to Vegas, of course, here in Australia, and it was a great victory. They came from behind, terrific across the board. Egan was instrumental in their win. He was a dynamo out of dummy half, setting up tries and doing some great defensive work in the middle as well. And I'll be surprised if Ben Teo doesn't put him down for 3 points as the man of the match.
Now, down on the sideline for Bob Jane, Michael Chamis is with, I believe, Chance Nickel-Klukstad.
No, boys, he was Chanel Harris
I'm so sorry, Chanel. I beg your pardon.
Obviously, it feels like we're back in Auckland with these conditions. You must have felt at home playing here today.
Yeah, it did feel like home until there was about 15 minutes left and the game was in the balance, and all I heard was Tigers fans. So happy we stuck in the army still. They're going well at the moment, these boys. So credit to them, and happy we got the 2 points today.
Talk me, what's going through your mind that last try? Barnes saw me run down the sideline. You must have been so delighted, so proud of that performance. Halasima.
Yeah, I was trying to run, but I was cramping up, and body was sore from making a couple of tackles, so I was just glad we got some freaks in our team that can break the game open when we need them.
I have to ask you, I was in Vegas round 1. That performance left a lot of people thinking that this Warriors team weren't going to do anything this year, and you back it up since then, and you've played some pretty good football. Were you a little bit worried after round 1, or did you just think that was a blip on the radar?
We weren't too worried. We know how much work we put in during preseason, and it was unfortunate we didn't see that over in Vegas. But when we went back to a home crowd at Go Media, packed out stadium, and we were a bit better than the week before, or a couple of weeks before. So we just need to keep building. Can't get complacent. Need to keep looking for areas to improve.
Well, congratulations on the win. Enjoy the trip home.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you, Michael, for a great job as usual on the sideline tonight. CPAP Direct, get expert advice and unbeatable prices at CPAP Direct. Visit us in store or cpap.com.au. Righto, boys. Benny, what do you like for Triple MVP?
Yeah, well, this is a hard one. I had a lot of Tigers players in here before the last 10 minutes, but we flipped it. So 3 points here. I'm going to go with Wade Egan. I thought everything that came through the ruck, all the momentum built was through his play. 2 points, I'm going to have to give it to Halasima. I thought came on with a big impact.
It's a game breaker, that try.
And that game-breaking try down the sideline was unbelievable, beating 3 players. And 1 point I'm going to give it to Api Coruscant for the Tigers. He definitely rode the momentum that they had through the crowd and strong runs and got them in the lead before they coughed it up to the Warriors. So that's my 3-2-1.
Good on you. Thank you, Benny. Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Here is the Specsavers play of the day.
Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
The Triple M NRL play of the day.
Down the sideline goes Halasima. By geez, he can move for a big fella. Inside the 30, away from Buller, away from
brother, go!
Halasima!
Go under the post!
What about the try from
He didn't go under the post. What was he thinking?
He's got no energy left then. He's run 60 metres down the right touchline.
Oh my God. That's one of the better tries I've seen this year.
Yes, indeed. I say if you're working or you're in the car, you're in the truck, and that's why you're not watching the game, I hope you get a chance to see that try from Halasima. Boys, it's always a pleasure working with you too. Kevy, great to see you looking well, old mate.
Yeah, always, Maroon. Great working with you. Great call, mate, too.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic
awesome game.
Fantastic game of rugby league on Triple M.
Good fun. Good on you, Benny Teo. All the best for the Broncos this weekend too, mate.
All right, thanks a lot, eh?
He's got a late page this long with notes on the Tigers. Ready to take them on next Saturday night.
All right, that's it from us. A Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. Here is the Mitre 10 Trade highlights as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy. Full-time highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Fisher Harris straight and hard. Ricochets out of a tackle. Gets the pass then on to Pompey. Pompey straightens up inside the Westpac red zone. Gets around Buller. Reaches out and scores a beautiful Warriors try. Oh, the strength, Kevy.
And look at the footwork here from the big
Adam Pompey.
Adam Pompey it was, yes.
Tigers on the attack. Coruscant. And then Polle. Polle gets away from one. Oh, sneaks through. Burrows his way over Kevy. Tigers hit back.
He bumped off 1-2. Capewell, 3 defenders and scored the try. Slammed it down.
Diakora has split them open and scored quite a simple try. One pass off the ruck.
And he was just too big, too strong. I love seeing a big back row like that just carry over a small halfback.
Seyfarth's gone through. He's got support from Galvin. Oh, he won't need him. He gets it away to Startoa. And Startoa scores a beautiful West Tigers try. Oh, West, baby. They hit back, boys. Egan goes to the centre and goes right through. Wade Egan needs support. Finds it in Harris Tavita. Back it goes to Metcalf. Straight through. Straight under the post. Warriors hit back first. The last play, Coruscant. Now they'll come left. Luai, Galvin. Galvin kicks. He kicks. Atape gets there first. And claiming the try for Atape was the grounding okay.
I think it was.
Yeah, grounding's fine.
I think it was.
Then they go back to back here, West Tigers. Coruscant. Latu Fainu. What a boil over. He's gone right through and scored right under the post, fellas. Coruscant to Terrell May right on the try line. I think he's dropped it, or if he's claiming a try, I think it's a try.
You get it? No, he's lost it. Oh, he's a fibber.
Down the sideline goes Halasima. By geez, he can move for a big fella. Inside the 30, away from Buller, away from Buller.
Go!
Halasima!
Go under the post.
What about the try from
He didn't go under the post. What was he thinking? He's got no energy left then. He's run 60 metres down the right touchline.
Oh my God. That's one of the better tries I've seen this year.
Now Metcalf, it's a beautiful.
Bang.
It's 24-all. Alex Seyfarth on report and penalised. A chance for the Warriors to go ahead. Moves in straight. Strong.
He's got it.
No problem at all. And there's a siren sounding in the background. The Warriors have hung on to beat the West Tigers 26-24.
McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Triple M footy lives on Listener. Catch all our games, interviews, replays and more. That's LIN